Regular season game of the year. Number 2 Colorado facing off against number 4 Colorado State. And if it wasn't enough, it's the biggest rivalry in the state, the Rocky Mountain Showdown, Andrew.
I gotta tell you, Joe, as someone who's lived in Colorado for 2 years, there are 3 words that get me up in the morning, and that is Rocky Mountain Showdown. Colorado and Colorado State. This isn't just the best rivalry in the state, this is the best in the Rocky Mountain area. And any CU student you will ask will always say that they are the big brother of this. However, that's not the case for Lacrosse. CSU is 13-1 against CU. And Joe, tell me the last time CU won, could you?
2009?
2009, you're right. April 25th, 2009 at Folsom Field was the last time and only time Colorado has ever beaten Colorado State in an 11-4 CU victory. Last year's Rocky Mountain Showdown, CSU won 8-3 in Fort Collins, as well as winning the MCLA National Championship. CSU, the defending champions, 6 MCLA titles. And I don't know, Joe, this looks like the best chance Colorado has, a high-octane offense against CSU's absolutely stifling defense, 2-4. This should be probably the top game in MCLA this year.
Well, we are counting down to face off right now, a minute 50 till we get underway here. So real quickly, I'd just like to say thank you for all of you that are tuning in on Lacrosse Network Online or locally in Colorado on Comcast Entertainment Television. Alongside Andrew Hobner, I'm Joe Pears. We are getting ready to get going here. And you know, Andrew, before we get going, you and I had a real quick minute to talk with head coach John Galvin of the Colorado Buffaloes before the big game. And, well, his boys are excited.
Oh, absolutely. And Coach Galvin knows how hungry these Buffs are. And yes, we're going to throw that pun in here of hungry Buffs for you CU students who love the food delivery service. This is something that CU has looked forward to all year. They want this revenge. CSU runs a 13 offense. They have this incredible zone-man combination defense that they do run. And they have 2 great goalies, Colton Fatzinger as well as Jack Regan in net. Both of them have above 60% save percentages, which if you're a goalie, that's pretty darn good in lacrosse. So, I'm not sure. This is a total push for me because on the offensive side for CU, you have that man standing next to the goal, number 22, Riley Seidel. Absolutely incredible attackman. The man has been on fire this year, including a 7-goal torrent against Utah.
And we are ready to get underway here. Colorado, Colorado State, Rocky Mountain Showdown. You are tuned in live from Sports Authority Field at Mile High Stadium, the famous Mile High Stadium. And Andrew, this is a place where the good become great and heroes are made.
Oh, it doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. You can play this game on Kittredge Field, on Folsom, up in Fort Collins, or any other place in the state, and it will not match sitting here in Sports Authority Field, where, as you said, champions are made. And just, we're watching history here, Joe. Even at 13-1, this would be quite a victory for the Buffaloes, and for CSU, after struggling early in the year, starting 6-3, they have the opportunity to pretty much take the RMCL right now.
Yeah, and you have to have a feeling with the national tournament just around the corner. Both of these teams want to finish the regular season with an outstanding victory, but we are underway. Face-off won by Brian Roach for the Colorado State Rams. They are wearing all white here, traveling right to left, and Colorado wearing all black with their gold outlined letters. We'll be going left to right here. We're just underway from Mile High Stadium alongside Andrew Hobner. I'm Joe Pears. Thanks for joining us. And Andrew, as Colorado State sets up their offense, let's talk a little bit about what they run.
And as Coach Galvin said, they do tend to switch up. They run a 13. Right now they are in a 22, folks, so that is 2 attackmen, 1 midfield on the side with someone in the crease. And here we go again. Now they're switching up. What Coach Galvin did say about CSU is they love running picks from the inside out. It's a fast-paced offense that if CU doesn't switch their men in time or make sure that they fill lanes, they will get hurt.
So Colorado State working the ball around. Ground ball deep in the zone. Battle for in the corner will be scooped up and niftily passed around the corner by the Rams. We are just underway here. We are tied at 0. Colorado State maintaining early possession. Up top of it is Eric Gould. He will work around to his right side, and Andrew, you got to have a feeling both teams want to come out here and have a hot start.
Oh, absolutely, and as you just saw, Ashton Monheiser up there in the top left, he wanted that ball badly so he could come in wide open off of that, but this looks pretty good for CSU right now. Great possession, making sure they work it around, not forcing anything, making sure that any look that they make is going to be good.
And a little bit of an isolation play momentarily. Ball be brought up top, though. Colorado doing a good job defensively, although Colorado State's had the possession here early. They are working it around. 13-16 remaining here in the first quarter. We are live. Fans are still filing into Mile High Stadium. And, you know, we had a little bit of rain, but it looks like the skies are actually going to clear up, and it is becoming a pretty beautiful evening.
Well, it's been pretty interesting today, Joe. It was a nice blue sky here around 2, 3 o'clock. And as you said, we did get a little bit of rain. It looked like it was going to get really bad for a while, but it's now a nice overcast, pretty nice temperature, and great day for a lacrosse game.
And a shot on net will go wide and out of play. It will stay with the Rams. 12:51 remaining here in the first. We are scoreless from Mile High Stadium. I'm Joe Paris alongside Andrew Hobner. Thank you for joining us. This is going to be a treat. We've got number 2 Colorado and number 4 Colorado State here on the final regular season game for both of these squads in the MCLA. Ball will come up top now. It'll be controlled by Eric Yule. Yule will try to work off to his left. He'll back up and put it up top. Shot on net goes way wide of the net. Colorado State finally going to give the ball up to the Buffaloes. We saw some early possession, but the shot fired wide by Ashton Monheiser. Couldn't find the mark.
And although they missed a couple shots on that possession, that was a great job by CSU, making sure that they maintain ball control and cut a pretty good amount of time off the clock in doing it. Those looks will come for CSU.
Cranston will make a streak towards the net. He'll hang out around behind the net. Gathering with one hand, he's looking for Seidel. Instead, he shoots and it puts it wide there. But Jack Cranston, who was the early season leader in points for Colorado, looking to get things started here. He's had a little bit of a tough go as of late, and Riley Seidel has really picked up the reins for the Buffaloes.
Oh, absolutely. Riley Seidel has been incredible these last couple games. As I said earlier, a 7-goal stunt against Utah. And as you're watching right now, CU, this is their high-octane offense. They love making sure that those attackmen get up around the crease, force the defenders to come down underneath the goalie and make sure that they get the open looks to their midfielders to score.
Seidel behind the net, he'll handle. Looking to go with one hand. He's going to work on John Sage. Seidel still with it. Of course, in net to start out this evening for the Rams will be Jack Regan. If you're not familiar, Colorado State will actually split time between 2 goaltenders. A shot will go wide there, but Cranston will be the first one to the ball, so the Buffs will maintain possession.
Great defense by Sage on Seidel.
Seidel wide open for a goal, and he'll score. The Buffaloes will take an early 1-0 lead. Riley Seidel wide open in front of the net. How did he get so open? The Colorado sideline is celebrating, and the Buffs have taken an early 1-0 lead here. The CU fights on, playing through the stands here at Mile High Stadium. And here we go, Andrew. This is going to be quite a treat.
Oh, absolutely. And I think I just jinxed it, saying how Sage did a great job defending Seidel when Seidel was coming around the crease. Seidel just found wide open right in front of the net. I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him at that point, but as you see with Riley Seidel, beautiful finish to get that first goal for Colorado.
So Jace Gann will get the assist on the goal from Riley Seidel. Seidel on the year. 40-some goals, unbelievable.
Oh, he's a treat to watch. Former Air Force player, left after his freshman year and has been at Colorado since, and you can see how good he is in this MCLA league.
So Brian Allen will work it up top to Eric Yule. Yule from Simsbury, Connecticut, trying to get the offense going here for the Rams. Colorado striking fairly quickly as Colorado State started off the game with a ton of possession, but well, they couldn't get a shot on net. So controlled along the far half. Rams trying to get it started here. Colorado, who as of late hasn't had awesome defense, is trying to see if they can tune it up here for tonight. Against Utah, they let up 14 goals in a game that, although they won by a dozen goals, wasn't awesome defense.
And that was a big problem for CU against Utah over at Folsom Field last week. Mitch Fenton had a tough go in net, saved maybe 50% of his shots, but there was no sliding going on between the defenders, a lot of open Utes, and it just led to a lot of goals. If it wasn't for Seidel and that little minute burst he had of 3 goals, that game probably would have stayed tight for well into the 4th quarter, I would say.
So Cranston will work it up top now. Colorado see if they can take an early 2-0 lead. Shot on net from Seidel is going to go way wide. Seidel now going to scoop it up from the out of bounds line. 9:53 remaining here in the first. Colorado leads by a score of 1-0 over the in-state rival CSU Rams. Of course, it's the Rocky Mountain Showdown. Bring it into the lane as Riley Combs. Shot on net is a quick save there by Jack Regan.
Boy, that's a reaction save if I have ever seen one, Joe. That was just textbook from Jack Regan.
Regan, of course, the senior captain from Portland, Oregon. He'll be playing the first half here tonight, Colorado State likes to share time between two very talented goaltenders. You'll probably see Colton Fatzinger in the second half.
Jack Regan, also 2013 honorable mention All-American up in net. And as you said, these two are just great. And, you know, that's a good problem for a coach to have, two goalies that both post over 60% of save percentages.
So the Rams will try to break it out of their own half.
It's a good active stick by Cranston.
Cranston will work the ball free. Will come through the slot there and slip behind the net. Great forechecking here by the Colorado Buffaloes. And the pass will go all the way down and out of bounds. Fenton, yeah, all the way out on the near sideline. He's about 50 yards from the net on that play.
A little bit dangerous for Fenton, but I don't think he saw that there was much of a threat on a very, very long clear there by CSU. CU with the ball back now. Let's see if they can do anything with it.
Griffin Bohm will handle here on the near side. He's looking around. Behind the net now to Cranston. Cranston will go far side. Buffs lead 1-0 here early. And, you know, Andrew, coming into this game, you have to have a feeling it's going to be about as tight as a game as you'll see in the MCLA.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, if there's any indication of how much these teams want to beat each other, we were sitting down doing our little pregame spiel, I guess you can call it, in the tunnel, and you could hear these teams yelling as they exited the opposite tunnel and came out onto the field, and that yelling continued from both sides, not at each other, but just to get this, just to get their teammates hyped up. That is exactly what they wanted. This game is going to be tight. It's going to be fast. It's going to be aggressive. Just what you want out of a lacrosse game.
So Colorado State will control now, trying to get things going here. They haven't been able to get shots on net. Matt King will control the ball. They'll bring it on to the near side. The Rams will set up their defense. Played off now into the near half by Captain Casey Carter from Castle Rock, Colorado. He went to Rock Canyon High School, not too far away here from Mile High Stadium. Comes back now down into the corner. Rams are working around, showing a lot of patience. Thank you for joining us here live from Mile High Stadium alongside Andrew Hodman. I'm Joe Paris, and this is quite a treat. The Rocky Mountain Showdown, number 2 Colorado facing off against number 4 Colorado State. Handling with it is Spencer Thompson. He'll lose the ball now. It'll be scooped up, and it'll be brought the other way. We'll have a whistle on the play. Got a referee's flag. We're going to try and see if we can get the calls up from our booth here. We don't have the greatest audio capabilities, to communicate with the referees, so we'll do our best to try to keep an eye on that. What'd you see on there, Andrew?
To me, that looked like loose ball check to the back, and
so we're going to get a 30-second penalty to Colorado. So CSU will be a man up, and this is really their first good opportunity to take advantage.
Absolutely, and CSU, as they've been pretty much all game, have been great in possession. Let's see what kind of set plays they run here in their man-up situation.
So the Rams will work it around. They'll be controlled on the near half. Comes over to Wolf. Wolf will work it up top. He'll pass on the far side. Rams, who are a man up here for another 15 or 20 seconds. Pass intended for King is going to come out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover, and that'll go the Buffs' way.
That's a tough loss for the freshman. You cannot be missing those passes on a man-down situation. Monheiser sitting in the crease again, and they are really looking to feed him on those man-ups, it looks like.
So Mitch Fenton will work it out for the Buffs as they try to break out. Show him some speed. Will be Jace Gann, who had the assist on the earlier goal from Seidel. That's the only goal we've had so far. Buffs lead 1-0. Cranston behind the net, looking for a centering pass. Comes out now to the far side. Whipped on net, and a great save by Jack Regan. He's being tested early by Ryan Stoll, but Regan was up to the challenge.
You know you have a good goalie when a shot like that does not even phase him. I mean, he just sticks side low, just made sure to grab him. It was easy. And CSU missing another easy pass. Can't catch before you run.
Kelsick would scoop up the ground ball. He worked over now, and another save there by Jack Regan. Buffs firing a lot of shots, but he's up to the challenge here so far.
Absolutely, and this is pretty much what we've come to see in the MCLA from Jack Regan and Colton Fatzinger as well. CSU's defense has been pretty much stifling. They've allowed a little over 6 points a game, and obviously if you want to get into the decimal situation, 6.6 points per game.
And the action down on the field is picking up. The physical aggressiveness is definitely about to pick up here. We're waiting for it to a little bit escalate between these two teams. As you can see, Riley Seidel took quite a spill.
You know they want to beat each other, and they want to beat each other bad. This is what it's all about, rivalry lacrosse, nothing better.
Stoll will bring it around the crease. being harassed from behind. Shot's going to go wide and out of bounds.
Regan off the body again.
Ryan Stoll, though, with 2 early opportunities. He's looking good so far. Well, let's talk again about Jack Regan. And boy, does he look good so far.
Absolutely. I mean, Jack Regan, he's been great for this team pretty much all year. I mean, I've not seen a game out of him yet that he has had a poor performance. The only times that CSU has lost this year, they have dropped 3 games. The offense has struggled pretty mightily in those situations. They had 5 goals against Chapman. They had 4 against ASU, 7 against BYU. And when their offense clicks, they play great. But it's tough to really, in a sport like lacrosse, rely on your defense for that long in the whole game when your offense is struggling like that.
So the Buffs will work it around. Time winding down here in the first, 5:07 remaining. Buffs lead 1-0 on an early goal by Riley Siddell, and a fired shot from Cranston, and another save by Regan. That is 3 big saves in a row by the captain for this Colorado State squad.
Yeah, and Colorado should know that Regan is that good of a goalie. You can't take those outside, low-arcing shots and expect to hit on him. You got to shoot over the shoulder, make sure you can keep him guessing with either a bounce or a shot through the air.
That one comes off the post. Fenton looked like he might have been ready for it. Beat him far side, though, and went ringing off the post.
Fantastic effort by CSU to actually go ahead to the end line, make sure to get that ball. I believe that was Chris Roach. That was awesome. Awesome effort.
Colorado State, though, will maintain possession here. Time winding down to the first. A loud CSU chant is echoing through Mile High Stadium right now. Matt King will bring it in for the Rams. King with some speed along that far side, looking in the centering zone, and said he'll carry it all the way around.
It's pretty decent contingent of CSU fans here tonight, Joe.
I would say there's a little bit more green than black and gold out there tonight.
Certainly, and got to thank the fans for coming out tonight. There's definitely a lot of stuff. Obviously, the Colorado Avalanche will be playing later tonight. But we have the Rocky Mountain Showdown here, so I don't see why you didn't want to be anywhere else, Joe.
Sean Sullivan out there directing traffic. He'll hand off to Matt King. King on the near side, looking for a little bit of a setup here. Rams look a little bit flustered right now. On the near side, though, King is going to work it off, and there's a yard sale out there. He took him, and they played catch with it. Ball still loose in the end. Buffs trying to scoop it up. Colorado State, though, still on it. It'll be scooped up, though, by the Buffs and Hayden McLean. But he'll lose control, and a shot on net is deflected wide. Got to go out of play. What a play, as you said, D-twigging.
Boy, he D-twigged him hard, Joe. That was, he looked like he was going for the 18th green with that swing.
And then they had a little bit of ping pong action, playing back and forth with the sticks. So they call that a yard sale, huh?
Yeah, yard sale, D-twigging, any type of lacrosse term you want to bring up for it, I guess.
King looking for an isolation play, fires it into, saved by Fenton. Mitch Fenton up to the challenge, and a nice little bit of an isolation there from Matt King, the freshman from West Grove, Pennsylvania.
That's a great save by Fenton, just like Regan's a couple shots ago.
Kelsick will pass off to Christian Wilson. Wilson will head off. Buffs maintain possession in their own zone. A lot of patience so far by this Buff squad. We've only had 1 goal so far by the man with the ball, Riley Seidel. Seidel will cradle as the Buffs get into their offense.
Oh, and they're making sure to double Seidel. They don't want him getting around the crease like that.
Cranston open, he'll fire a shot wide. He didn't get a clean look, but you mentioned they're going to key in on Seidel, who is the leading goal scorer for this Buff squad.
He's just dangerous. When he's coming around that crease, Riley Seidel time and time again has proved that he can shoot from just about any angle as long as he clears that line above the crease.
Seidel will pass it off onto the far side. Will be picked up by Jace Gann. Gann handling with one hand. Being pushed off by the defender. Great defense there by Tom Garrett.
What a save by Regan.
Regan with another good save. If you're the Buffaloes, you got to be frustrated. You're getting good opportunities, but Regan has been up to every challenge so far.
Yeah, he's been on it today, and Coach Galvin did allude to the fact that when the CSU goalies are on, they are on. So this could be one of those really good days for Jack Regan.
Colorado will pick up the turnover and break it the other way. Sean Crane will work it over to Seidel. Seidel will stop up and wait to start up the offense. Stoll on the near side. Control for the Buffs. He'll pick up a double team. He'll fire it wide. Buffaloes will maintain possession.
Pretty poor shot selection there by Stoll. You really got to make sure that you have a good angle, especially when you have a second defenseman coming up on you like that.
Minute 25 remaining here in the first. Buffs on top 1-0 over interstate rival Colorado State. Shot from outside, and another save there by Regan. Unbelievable play so far by the goaltender. Colorado has no way to break through the wall.
Yeah, and that was a much better shot by Stoll, making sure to go overhand as opposed to sidearm. Keep Regan guessing. Great save by Regan.
Shot wide there from the Buffs, and you mentioned, trying to change up the shot selection. Colorado's doing a good job changing levels, but it doesn't matter. Regan looks like he could stop a lacrosse ball out of a cannon right now.
Oh, he's been on it today, Joe, and this will be fun when you have goalies playing this well. It's going to get frustrating for this offense, and you're going to see it start to manifest itself.
So we're going to get a timeout on the field with a minute and 2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Colorado on top of their rivals, Colorado State. Thank you for joining us on Lacrosse Network. I'm Joe Pears alongside Andrew Hobner, and of course all of our viewers watching on Comcast Entertainment Television around the state of Colorado. We appreciate you. It looks like we're going to be on camera now. There we go. We're on camera. We got a camera in the booth. Anyways, Andrew Hobner, Joe Pears. Our Twitters will be up on the screen during the broadcast. So, hey, if you want to harass us on Twitter, feel free to do so. We love interacting with you guys. And if you got any interesting facts or questions for the broadcast, we would love to interact with you. But, early start, we saw Colorado come out and play some defense with Colorado State having a lot of offensive possession. And, well, things have changed a little bit. Colorado, a little bit of the momentum in their way, but you have to have a feeling with the solid goaltending by Colorado State right now.
Absolutely. I mean, CSU has done a fantastic job on the defensive side. Yes, CU is getting shots off, but they've done a great job of making sure that they bring out a deep hole, double a player, then that deep hole will slide back over to one of the attackmen. And Jack Regan, I mean, what else can you say about him and how he's played this first quarter? He has been on fire. I mean, if I was CSU, if he keeps playing this way, I don't even see if Fatzinger gets time in the net.
Well, that's the question. If you have a goaltender that's so hot in the first, do you sub in the other guy?
Oh, man, I grew up with one goalie sets, and that's kind of what I know. Hot or cold, that goalie is usually in there until he does something really bad. So I'm not sure. This is going to be up to Coach Alex Smith and the decision he wants to make. They've had good success with 2 goalie sets, but let's go see.
All right, we are back under action, under a minute now in the first. Buffs lead 1-0 in a very low-scoring first. Both of these teams are high-scoring squads, and we're seeing more of a defensive battle. And, well, to be completely honest, we're seeing a battle between the Buffaloes and the outstanding goaltender, Jack Regan.
It's a good check right there by Geyser to make sure clearing it out, getting CSU over the line, and there's your midi back, Joe.
So over the line will be Tim Mayaskowitz, a senior from Mullen High School in Denver, Colorado.
What
he
is
another captain. Yeah, that's a broadcaster's dream right there. You give it a shot. Mayaskowitz.
Make sure you tweet us if we're actually getting this wrong, folks, because we want to make sure we get it right.
Sure, we got it wrong. Colorado State will handle. 14 seconds remaining. See if they can get something going here. We come up top, worked around Ethan Lahota. Lahota will go to the far side now to Monheiser to receive the return pass. On the near side, Eric Ohl. Ohl looking to penetrate. Time winding down, and the clock will expire on the first. Good quick stick action. The fans are reacting as it's a goal, but the clock hits 0. So there's a no goal for Colorado State. So at the end of 1, Colorado leads 1-0 over Colorado State. And, Andrew, you and I both thought this could go one of 2 ways. It could be an offensive showcase, a shootout, so to speak, or it would be a defensive battle, and looks like we're seeing the latter.
Yeah, we're seeing the defensive battle here big time, Joe. CSU hasn't even really gotten a quality shot on goal yet. CU looks like they've totally hunkered down from that last game they played against Utah. And on the other side, CU's offense is getting quality shots for the most part, getting quality shots. They're playing very well, although Riley Seidel is being neutralized to an extent. He had he had the first and only goal of the game so far, but he has been done a great job distributing the ball, making sure that he's getting guys like Cranston, like Stoll, all involved in the offense.
I think we're going to throw it down now to our sideline reporter, Catherine Bogart. I'm going to look over at Director Jamie. Director, is Catherine ready? Nope, she's not. All right, so we do have Catherine Bogart roaming the sidelines down here at Sports Authority Field at Mile High Stadium with us today. We'll try to get her insight here coming up in the next few minutes. But alongside Andrew, I'm Joe. Thanks for joining us. This is quite a treat here. We're being streamed on Lacrosse Network online and locally on Comcast Entertainment Television. So thanks for everyone tuning in. It is a great afternoon for lacrosse, and although it's a little bit rainy outside, the black skies.
Black skies make rivalry game? I don't know where you were going with that.
I don't know, black skies, but we got the lights on. We got some Saturday night lights.
Yeah, exactly. The lights are on here at Sports Authority Field. That could have been your change of pace. You know, you just kind of left me with black skies.
I gave you black skies.
To respond to that with.
I don't know. I'm doing what I can here. I'm doing what I can. Black skies. You and I have been here, I guess, most of the day, but we are about to be underway here in the second quarter. Thank you for joining us. And Colorado State will pick up the face-off and head the other way. Buffs lead 1-0 over the Rams. And we're waiting for a check like that to bring in physicality. We've seen shades of it so far, but really it's been a pretty lackluster game for a rivalry game.
You know, I got to say, I wouldn't call it lackluster because although the score says 1-0, there has been no shortage of excitement. We've had hits, we've had shots, we've had great saves. So there's been a ton of action in this game so far. And if you recall, this game against CU against Utah started off relatively slow too. And then the offense just completely exploded. So who knows? We could see a strong second, third, and fourth quarter from both teams. They have the capability to do that.
Lahota will try to isolate here, bring it down on the right side, looking for a shot. Instead, he'll back off. Lahota will maintain possession, throw it across. Rams trying to set up their offense here. We see a lot of inside picks and rotations here, trying to confuse the Buffaloes a little bit. From behind the net.
That was a quality look.
Pass will come out, and a shot, and another save by Fenton. A shot coming from Ashton Monheiser, but, well, we're seeing a battle of goaltending here so far. Fenton up to the challenge. Loose ball will be picked up by the Buffaloes and brought the other way by Zane O'Brien.
I guess you can call me old school, Joe. I understand sidearm shots, low to high shots. They all make sure that it's a quicker release, but any good goalie, you're not really fooling him.
Quick stick opportunity coming from Johnny Clayton. That one's going to go out of play. Possession's going to go to the Rams, so they'll try to break it out here.
And that was a great look for Colorado there. Just off on the mark, but definitely the look that they want. Close to Regan, so he doesn't have that much time to react to the shots.
So that's Jack Curry, another captain from this Rams squad. Pitch it out onto the outside for Sean Smith, who, yes, he's a captain as well.
Sean Smith has done great this year as well. Amherst, New York native, right on the border of Canada. Right, Buffalo, Niagara Falls kind of area. 16 goals, 24 assists on the year. And also a 2013 RMLC All-Conference attackman. He's been playing great so far. Their last game against Westminster, 2 goals and 3 assists for Smith.
Fenton making a nifty play there at the end of the possession, but we're going to get a flag on the play. And I think we're also going to get some large quantity subs. A bunch of guys coming off from both teams.
And we're getting the clash here on Sports Authority Field. This is great.
Yeah, we're getting some good tunes here tonight.
Music choice has been nice. Rock the Casbah for any of you Clash fans out there that can recognize. Great song.
So it's hard to see from here, but the Buffs are going to be a man down. We'll try to figure out who got the penalty, but it's going to be a 1-minute penalty. Hobner, you think you got it? Maybe not. No,
I just don't want to be wrong.
You don't want to be wrong. All right, fair enough. The Rams are a man up here. We'll try to see who got the Colorado penalty here for you in a minute. But Rams with an opportunity now to try and tie things up. On the near side, Chase Warren.
Good hit.
Huge check. Down goes Lahota. Lahota is still down on the play. Looks to be all right. Took him a second to get up, but what a check there. The Colorado sideline and the black and gold faithful going nuts right now.
That was a beautiful hit by Christian Wilson, right where you want to hit him too. As he's turning around, it's still a legal hit. Nothing malicious about it, just a textbook check from Christian Wilson there.
So the Buffs still lead 1-0 in the second, 12:16 remaining. The Rocky Mountain Showdown, Mile High Stadium. What a treat.
It really is, and I gotta say, it's pretty incredible for these players and even the high school players that were on before this game, the opportunity that they have to just be coming out and playing in a place like Sports Authority Field. I mean, and for us to be broadcasting it too, I mean, all around, it's just a privilege being in such a great facility, great venue, us reporting on it, and of course these guys playing, making it look easy out there.
Cranston on the near side, fired it wide. Come to Erickson, back in front, and a quick stick goal there by Jack Cranston with his signature move, looking his chest Superman style. And Colorado will take a 2-0 lead here with 11:41 remaining here in the second. Buffs on top, 2-0.
That was a great sequence, and it all came about all because of Kerry Garfinkel making sure to mop up that shot on the backside. That was a beautiful heads-up play. Lifts his head up, sees Cranston right in front, and as I said, those are the shots that are going to beat Jack Regan today.
And another good play there by Mitch Erickson, the junior midfielder from Littleton, Colorado. Erickson keeping that play alive along with Garfinkel, and he won't get an assist on the play, but well, he deserves a lot of credit as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So Cranston and Seidel with a goal apiece here give Colorado a 2-0 lead with 11:28 remaining here in the second. The Rocky Mountain Showdown under the lights at Mile High Stadium. Alongside Andrew Hobner, I'm Joe Paris, and the Buffs now will bring it out in transition, looking to see if they can add on to the lead. Shot and another goal by the Buffaloes.
Here we go.
Jack Cranston with back-to-back goals, and now the Buffs are up 3-0. And the floodgates are opening a little bit after a pretty stagnant first quarter.
Absolutely, and here is where CU plays great, right in the middle. This high-octane offense, as I said, has just been awesome. Cranston really taking advantage of Regan on this one, and all of a sudden, Colton Fatzinger on that sideline is looking pretty good to Coach Alex Smith right now.
Yeah, Jack Regan, who stood on his head there in the first, is looking like he's having a little bit of a tougher time. But to be fair, a breakaway opportunity like that, the goaltender's really left out to dry.
That is one of the hardest things to do as a goalkeeper. When you have a one-on-one situation, any fast break situation, and trying to stop a shot like that is incredibly difficult. A great finish by Cranston. Not much Regan can do on that, but you can clearly see he's having a bit of a tougher go this quarter.
So Eric Ohl now for the Colorado State Rams in the offensive half. We'll try to get things going. Rams will work it around. Looks into the near corner. Pass from McDonald will come up top. Rams looking like they want to use a lot of patience here, but you know, you got to get a little bit antsy out there, trailing 3-0 to your rival. Behind the net now, looking for a centering pass is Sean Smith. Smith's pass will be turned away, and the Buffs will create another turnover and maintain possession.
Great active stick by Hayden McLean there. That's one thing any coach will praise a defender for doing. Sticks up in the passing lanes, making sure to bat down anything that comes through.
So the Buffs will bring it across. They lead by 3 with 10-10 remaining here in the second quarter. And you know, Andrew, a rivalry game sometime, and another goal there. Ryan Stoll, who had 3 shots on net there in the first, who was stonewalled all 3 times, will join the scoring column. He picked a corner and he went top left, and now Colorado up 4-0.
Absolutely, and you know, those are those shots that, oh, this is just beautiful move right there by Stoll, making sure to just kind of turn the face of his stick, and right as the check is coming behind him, in traffic, top left close. No goalie's going to be able to defend any of these shots within about 3 feet of the net, the way these guys play.
And Colorado historically has had a lot of trouble with Colorado State, really only beating them 1 time in recent history, and that was all the way back in 2009. Of course, you may remember this is a rematch from last year's national championship game, but you know, if I were to tell you that Colorado's historically had problems with Colorado State, I don't know if you'd believe me.
I gotta say, I'm really not sure if I would either. If you look at the narrative of this entire rivalry, it has always been CU being the big brother to CSU. And I know a lot of CSU fans listening might not appreciate that statement, but this is a sport where CSU hasn't just beaten the Buffs, they've completely dominated them in every way, shape, and form.
And not just the Buffs, the entire MCLA, and a shot by Seidel is going to go out of bounds. But not just the Buffs they've dominated the entire MCLA, 6-time national champions.
Absolutely, and CSU was great. I mean, they had a pretty much spot-on, spectacular season last year. But they did lose some players, and you know, when you're trying to retool your roster after such a good year, it's always a little bit difficult. Oh, Seidel with getting cheeky there, don't you think, Joe?
Yeah, Seidel from his stomach trying to scoop it in there. That would have been a highlight reel type play. Kelsick losing the ball, but great play there by Colorado State to stay calm in their own zone. I mean, they trail 4-0 right now, but they got to maintain composure.
Absolutely, and the offensive struggles have been at the forefront for CSU this entire season. They're only averaging 9 goals per game, and as I said earlier, games that they have lost, the offense has not scored above 8 goals. So that's always a pretty major problem for CSU.
So Peter Hull will be taken down, and that will draw a flag from the referee. So it appears that Colorado State's going to go back on that man advantage. And you know, this evening, they haven't done so well on the man advantage.
Yeah, the penalty kill unit for CU has been pretty much spectacular this entire game so far. Rowan Sloss there. Losing Rowan will be a pretty tough on this man down for CU. But the way they've been playing this game so far should be good.
So Colorado State will see if they can cut this lead here as they trail 4-0. And it looks like the culprit that's going to come off for Colorado is going to be number 33, Connor Irvin. So Irvin will go off for 1 minute for slashing. Shot from the far side. Not a great shot from Monheiser. Didn't really make it to the net. Looks like he was going for a bounce shot, and, well, he didn't really do the geometry well on that one.
It's a good thing it's not on turf, though, Joe. That's one of the more interesting things you'll find as a lacrosse player, the difference between grass and turf. Turf, obviously, you get those, the rubber surface. Bounces are always going to be higher, more accentuated. Grass, playing on this field, it's not really going to be that big of a deal, but depending on some grass fields, you might get a funky bounce, as we actually did just see there on that cross pass.
Matt King with a good pickup here, maintaining possession. Waiting for a rip there was Chase Warner. Ball still loose. Warner trying to pick it up. It'll be batted around on the ground. Good ground ball battle here. It'll be finally scooped up by Monheiser. Monheiser, though, he'll lose possession right away. His teammate Sean Smith will come in, and we're going to get a referee's whistle and another flag.
Can't break those balls in those situations. Got to just run through, scoop it, take the checks if you can. CU is now double man down.
Well, looks like Colorado's going to be 2 men down here. Colorado State with a great opportunity. It's going to be number 41, Zach Doss, coming off on that play. So now it'll be a 2-man advantage for Colorado State. 7:37 remaining here in the second. Buffs lead on top 4-0 here. The Rocky Mountain Showdown. Colorado coming in this evening at number 2. Colorado State coming in at number 4. Crossfield pass will come. Shot and a goal! An electrifying goal from the outside. What a rip from Matt King. And that'll get the Rams up on the board. They have cut into this lead. A man-up goal from King. Good cooperation by Colorado State, maintaining composure, finding a seam on a nice cross-field pass.
And that is what good teams do. Colorado State, they are used to winning. They are champions, defending champions. They will not give up this easily. Great composure by CSU. Great outside shot there by Matt King. This game's going to be good. Real fast, Joe.
So Colorado State, if it wasn't good enough already, if it wasn't a rematch from last year's national championship, if it wasn't number 2 versus number 4, and if it wasn't the Rocky Mountain Showdown, is that enough for you, Andrew?
I think I need more Tom Petty in between breaks.
Oh, he's not easily impressed. They
had free fall, and if I can get like American Girl or Mary Jane's Last Dance, I think I'd be a very happy man.
Oh, I would group to Mary Jane's Last Dance. It's actually my favorite Tom Petty track. But Colorado now in the offensive end. Time winding down here in the second. 7:07 remaining here in the first half. We're going to, of course, go down to our sideline reporter, Catherine Bogart, here at halftime. She's rounding up some information from both sidelines about what to expect in the second half. But we've still got first half action for you. Colorado working it around. They lead by 3. But a good play by Matt King and the Colorado State Rams to cut into that lead. You don't want to head into the second half not having a goal.
Oh, absolutely. That goal was very big for CSU. They got the proverbial monkey off their back, and now that they know they can score, they know they can get to this defense, get by Mitch Fenton. This is pretty much going to open up the game for them offensively.
Erickson will find Gann behind the net. Gann looking to use some speed. He'll get around the corner, will rip one, and a great save there by Jack Regan. The rebound will come out of bounds. Referee's going to give the possession to the Rams, and there it is. Jack Regan again standing tall. Loose ball will come into the crease. A little bit of a dangerous play there for the Rams.
Oh, absolutely. Jack Regan has clearly settled down a little bit. A couple good saves from him, and now it looks like it's CSU's turn to start making some moves against his Buffaloes.
And lacrosse is always a game of runs. I mean, you can see teams go 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row, and it's about stopping the bleeding when you're down and then making a run of your own. And, well, it looks like Colorado State's going to do that right now.
Absolutely. Very similar to basketball in that sense. And CSU looks poised for a run. Colorado, obviously, a little 4-goal streak to start out, but 4-1 now, and CSU looks totally composed. At no point in this game have they been rattled yet by the fact that they've gone down early.
McDonald working into the corner. Come behind the net now for the Rams. They trail by 3 here with 5:35 remaining in the second. Rocky Mountain Showdown live from Mile High Stadium. Along the far side, Rams will control. Going to work on Aaron Isaacson. Be poached out into the back half now.
It's great passing by CSU here.
Looking for a shot, and it's off the side of the net. And we're going to get a flag on the play. Fenton looks confused. I believe it's going to be another Colorado penalty.
That looked like Vern Sloss to me.
So it looks like Sloss is going to go off on that one, and Colorado State will have another man-up opportunity.
Let's see if they can convert on this man-up situation, Joe. They haven't really done much yet, but CSU, if they keep tacking on penalty minutes like this against CU, they're bound to start converting.
So Colorado State with a good opportunity here to cut into the Colorado lead. Coming out for Colorado is going to be Rowan Sloss, who is a junior defender from Santa Cruz, California. More importantly, though, he is one of the anchors of this Buffalo's defense, and they really like to have him out there for this type of situation.
Absolutely. You just actually saw Coach Tappet applauding Sloss as he went into the penalty box. Looked like he was pretty happy with the hit he laid out.
So King will work it over to the near side, comes to the corner. Shot on net is going to go wide. Chasing after it, though, will be Lahota for the Rams, so they'll maintain possession here with 4:54 remaining in the second. Colorado State trailing 4-1 to the Colorado Buffaloes. Ball will come up top to Matt King. King will work it on the near side. Will come now behind the net. Collect up all the way up top to the near side. Now will be controlled by Monheiser. Monheiser go to the left side. Shot from King is going to go wide. Colorado State, though, will maintain possession. They'll scoop it up from behind the net.
And CSU doing what they did at the beginning of the game, controlling possessions, making sure the looks come. Oh, and a great save by Fenton there.
Shot and another save by Fenton. Mitch Fenton with back-to-back spectacular saves. And Colorado will look to break it out of their own half, but Colorado State showing some good patience, and they just can't seem to break through. They have the offensive setup, but they just can't find the right shot.
Absolutely, and there's honestly nothing you can do about that second shot from CSU. Fenton just laying out for it on the underhand low shot. That was beautiful by Fenton on the rebound.
Monheiser and Lahota for Colorado State are doing a good job working it around, and they try to get it out to Matt King, who's got the rip from the top, but Fenton's up to the challenge so far.
Absolutely, and as I said, Fenton has had a couple struggles. Gave up 14 goals to a Utah team that, I'll put it in comparison this way. When Utah played CSU, Utah scored 4 goals to Utah's 14 against CU. And if you can attribute that to defensive struggles or even Fenton or what have you, you see he's been pretty inconsistent throughout the year.
And a huge collision there.
Looks like
near half.
both goalies are playing pretty great, yeah.
We're going to finally see the physicality picking up a little bit more. Should be Colorado State ball. I think we're going to get a timeout from Colorado. We are, so we're going to have a timeout on the field.
And I don't know. I think this game's been great so far. It's gotten everything I've wanted to see out of it, and I think anything that most fans would want to see. You're seeing goals, you're seeing great shots, you are seeing great goalie play. And I think that's a very underrated thing about most games. To me personally, Joe, a game in lacrosse that goes over 15 goals a pop, it loses the novelty of having someone score. A goalie or a defense that's a poor net. It makes you feel like you're watching the NBA All-Star game sometimes. So when you see goalies that play well and the offense still manages to get goals, that's when you know you're watching two very good teams playing each other.
Andrew Hopner, Joe Paris, find us on Twitter. We'd love to interact with you guys. We're going to check our tweets here coming up in a minute. So if you've been tweeting on us, we apologize for the delay. But we're here, Mile High Stadium at Sports.
My name is Jeremy Sieverts. I'll be the massage therapist today. Unfortunately, Kathy was sick today.
Colorado is leading right now. Ow, 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 ow. Battle of goaltending so far.
All right, John, your 5 minutes is up. My turn.
Don't miss the thrill and excitement of Denver Outlaws Lacrosse this summer at Sports Authority Field in Mile High. Season tickets start at just $88. Denver Outlaws Lacrosse. We play to win.
And make sure you get my shoulders.
Let's see if I don't even know if we have any. Okay, we're back now. Thank you for showing a little bit of advertising. We're going to check Twitter right now. Looks like we're getting a question right now from Sam Smester. He wants to know, is the broadcast on CET right now? It's not on CET right now. It'll actually be replayed later on tonight. It's live on Lacrosse Network. So if you're in Colorado, we only have the feed in Boulder County right now for live television. It'll be on CET on delay Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. But back to action. 3:09 remaining here in the second. Colorado leads over Colorado State 4-1. Colorado State, though, with possession now, trying to cut into this lead.
no shortage of excitement in the second quarter, Joe. We've seen just about everything, and CU really hunkering down on defense. Great slides from the Buffs final.
On the far side, it'll be worked around for the Rams. Calling out the direction will be Gus Brunger. Comes up top, will be controlled by Sullivan. Sullivan will work it onto the near side. Rams will be a little bit methodical here as they'll be patient. They've got time, 2:37 remaining here in the first half. And you know, they really want to probably get one back before the end of the half.
Yeah, and it looks like CSU right now is in a 14 set. That's a 1-4-1. 2 players in the crease, 2 players outside. And we have 1 player up top, 1 player at the X position on attack.
Brunger will work it over to the near side. Will be collected and handled by Johnson. Johnson will work it up top now to Brunger, and we're going to get a whistle and a timeout from the Colorado State sideline. Coach Alex Smith, not liking what he's seeing there.
Boy, that's just frustrating as a coach. You know, whenever you get it around, it's always good, but when you get to a certain point, you want to make sure that there's actually moves going on, picks happening. A little bit of inactivity from CSU inside the crease between their 2 crease attackmen. I bet Coach Smith probably wants them to start moving, maybe start setting some picks inside and outside, or go back to whatever set plays they have drawn up. There's really just something needs to happen for CSU. They can't get, you know, you can lull a defense to sleep, but CSU's playing really well right now, and they're awake and alert. I don't think they're getting lulled that way.
And the crowd coming alive here at Mile High Stadium as John Denver is being played through right now, and, well, it's some of the loudest I've heard the crowd all afternoon. A little bit of a quiet crowd so far for the Showdown.
Oh, who doesn't love a little bit of Denver in Denver? This is great. I mean, we're just looking at our crowd feeds here. The crowds are loving it.
Do you want a fun fact about John Denver?
I do want to hear a fun fact about
Not his
John
real
Denver.
last name. It was John Dusendorf originally.
I heard the same thing about Bob Dylan. I heard Bob Dylan, that wasn't his real last name either.
That's not his real name. We'll have to look that up. What are we seeing?
Seeing fans and friends, actually. Wow, that's really funny.
Looks like, see, Andrew, it looks like he recognized a few of his friends out here.
Yep.
But a little.
Always good to see him out here supporting CU Lacrosse and CSU Lacrosse.
Little bit of a larger green and gold contingency looks like out here tonight. Colorado not bringing out as many fans.
Well, and that's been a sports problem for CU these last couple of years. It hasn't just been an issue in lacrosse. And yes, I understand club sports doesn't get, you know, the amount of publicity and hype that, you know, major D1 sports do. This is still a very good lacrosse team, and even in the D1 sports.
Oh, very good. They're the number 1 team.
Yeah,
they're one of the best teams all time.
Yeah, you see you know, some inactivity, I want to say, you know, without sounding too mean, from the CU fan base. So it's been pretty fair weather these last couple of years, and, you know, I personally don't understand it. One of the winningest teams on the campus in the club lacrosse team.
Shot on net and a save by Fenton.
Fenton's on tonight, Joe.
Mitch Fenton with a great save, and will be picked up by Colorado in their own half. We have seen quite a goaltending battle here tonight. Jack Regan and Mitch Fenton going pound for pound out there tonight.
And this is an MCLA heavyweight battle. You have number 2 and number 4 here, and the only other team that, you know, really can conceivably stand up and compete with these teams would be Arizona State, who's currently ranked number 1, 13-0.
Oh! Seidel with the nifty move and a
he's
shot
on
and a goal.
skates.
It's too easy there for the Buffs. Greg Kelsick with the dime from Riley Seidel. Seidel left his man in the dust, and Kelsick will cash in on an easy opportunity on the doorstep with a quick stick.
I'll tell you what, Joe. I think Riley Seidel just broke somebody's ankles. That was an absolutely unbelievable move. And on who else but the senior captain, Tim Miaskowitz. I mean, that's one of the best defenders on that side. Seidel just pretty much put him on skates, and then Seidel picking his head up with a great look. Awesome series by CU there.
So Colorado will extend their lead 5-1 with 57 seconds remaining here in the first half. Of course, stay tuned for halftime with Catherine Bogart. She's been roaming the sidelines.
Oh, great active stick by Seidel again.
Seidel will bring it down the other way for the Buffs, and the Buffaloes have the momentum going their way. Seidel is the one-man show out there right now.
Yeah, he is playing head and shoulders above everyone else, Joe. And this is what Seidel has been very good at this year. He has those occasional minute, 2-minute bursts where he is just the best player on the field by a long shot.
What a good play there from Gus Brunger coming in. And a huge check coming from Gann. But Gus Brunger earlier there breaking up the play and creating a turnover there. Brunger making a really nice defensive play, but it'll be now deep in the Colorado zone. Ball will be loose on the Colorado State sideline, and it'll stick with Colorado State. Giving up the ball there for Colorado was O'Brien. Looking to bring it in quickly was Casey Carter. Carter's going to have to drop the ball, though, as we're going to get a timeout from the sideline with only 11 seconds remaining here in the first half. And, you know, with time winding down, it's been a pretty interesting half. And Colorado, of course, leads 5-1 over Colorado State. Is that what you were expecting to see?
I actually wasn't expecting that, Joe, to be completely honest. I was expecting CSU to be up by halftime because, you know, you just look at the past, you look at the players that CSU does have, and you look at defense. I mean, defense in every sport will always win championships, and, you know, offense can come and go. That being said, CSU hasn't shown anything on offense. It's been all buffs pretty much the entire game, and I'm very impressed with this CU team. I mean, the resolve they've shown, acting as if they are 13-1 on the opposite side, acting as if they have won the last 50 meetings as opposed to losing the last 5.
Do you think this is the time that Colorado can finally break through? Because, you know, it's been tough. Colorado's had such problems with Colorado State the last few years that, well, you get the monkey on your back, as you say, and it becomes more of a mental battle than anything else.
Well, here's the way I look at it. You know, as you said, lacrosse is a game of runs. And this being the second quarter, I don't want to put down anything yet. CU continues to play like this. They will walk out of here with a victory. However, you can't count out CSU. I mean, they're down 5-1. They still look completely resolute, completely stoic. They have been, you know, they're not shaken at all by this. And I think you're going to see that a little bit more in the third and fourth quarter because that's where, you know, the championship pedigree mentality starts to, you know, manifest itself a bit. But these turnovers are just killing CSU. Alex Smith actually was quoted a couple weeks ago in the Rocky Mountain Collegian, Fort Collins' CSU's student newspaper, pretty much saying turnovers are our biggest issue. That is the weakest part of our team is turnovers, and you've seen it a lot today.
And a shot from way outside will be easily handled and flung the length of the field by Jack Regan, and that will be the end of our first half of play from the Rocky Mountain Showdown on Sports Authority Field at Mile High Stadium. And at the end of one, Colorado leads Colorado State by a score of 5-1. And Andrew, that first half was pretty interesting, and I think the scoreboard tells an appropriate story.
Well, I think a more interesting story right now, Joe, is Rowan Sloss is being helped off the field right at the end of that last play. It looked like something happened with his ankle, and if you can see right by the restraining line on the right, Rowan Sloss is being walked in with a little bit of aid. He seems to be all right, but he was down for a couple minutes just as the whistle blew there, Joe.
So we are actually going to step aside. We're going to go down to Catherine Bogart. Let me see. Is Catherine ready for us? Director James is going to check in with Catherine, but, you know, real quickly, let's talk about it. I mean, that first half seemed to be all Colorado on the offensive end, but both defenses both did a nice job. The only problem is Colorado State couldn't get the offense going.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a big problem for CSU. And as I said earlier, 9 goals per game. You know, they've had pretty fantastic defense all the way through, but if you look at the numbers, from CU and the numbers from CSU, it is pretty much night and day. Riley Seidel, before this game, had 45 goals. The top goal scorer for CSU, 16. Casey Carter, 15. And Casey Carter had 15 goals and 1 assist. I mean, these aren't huge numbers being put up by CSU. They've relied a lot on their defense, and now it seems that when they've come against a very good offense like what CU has, they've been struggling today.
So we're going to have the junior lacrosse players from Boulder Valley take the field. They're going to have a little bit of a scrimmage here during the halftime period, but we're going to now go down to Catherine Bogart, who is down on the field in the north tunnel hanging out, and we're going to go down to Catherine to see what she found out in that first half. Catherine, to you.
Bogart down here at field level. We have to be a little covered right now because it is raining. It's a little chilly here as well. It is a wild crowd here today. Both sides have amazing fans that we can hear all the way across the field. Now there's some key players to watch in today's game. CSU's goalie has been on fire. Jack Regan has just killed it this whole game. Shot after shot, blocking Sedell shots, blocking every CU shot. CU does have 5 goals on them right now, so it is huge for them that they are scoring against this amazing goalie. Now, CU's attack is also doing incredibly well. Riley Seidel and Jack Cranston both have been the leaders in this, but the assists and the goals are all familiar names that we've seen throughout this season. Back to you guys at the desk.
Hovner, I'm Joe Paris. Thanks for joining us from Sports Authority Field at Mile High Stadium for the Rocky Mountain Showdown. Your score at the end of the first half, Colorado Buffaloes 5, Colorado State 1. Interesting first half, but we're going to step aside. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we will wrap up that first half here. You are tuned into either Lacrosse Network or Comcast Entertainment Television. I'm Joe Paris. He's Andrew Hovner. We'll be back with some second half action.
Welcome to the Crown Plaza. Can I take your bag?
Oh, no. I think
No, really. I insist.
I think I'm going to
Got it.
Okay. You.
The Outlaws home opener is Sunday, May 4th at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Celebrate Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. For tickets, visit DenverOutlaws.com or call 303-OUTLAWS.
Isn't that my shirt?
Hi, I'm Catherine Berger here with assistant coach Marcus McCann for CU. Now, Marcus, CSU is known for being a strong defensive team. There's no lie about this. It's a very different team from last year. How did you guys prepare for this team versus the last time you guys played them?
Well, we know they're going to come out, they're going to be fundamentally sound, they're going to play great team defense. So we just took pride on having high energy all week. We run hard, we get a lot of shots, we want to do it, we can outwork them. That's the end we're trying to take this year.
Okay. And how did you guys prepare the attack specifically? Because their goalie has been unstoppable this whole game. Was there anything specific you guys did, or just a normal attack pre-game routine?
Well, he's a great goalie, We've seen a lot of great games this year, so we try to keep it pretty normal, and we try to keep our shots low, and just keep hammering the shots and let them go all the way.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Coach. Back to you guys.
Does not end this way. I will live, but not today. others away, rowing faster to the shore, out at sea forevermore. But in my mind it's not that far. I'm running down this road, I hope the weather's far from cold. I don't know where to go, that's fine, I'll chase the wind that blows, trying to give and take control. I wash away my weary soul. I won't wait for your train anymore. Clouds surrounding my crows, of ice and winter, sheer cliffs let nothing grow. We lost the harvest moon, this will all be over soon. But in my mind it isn't true. I'm running down this road, I hope the weather's far from cold. I don't know where to go, that's fine, I'll chase the wind that blows, trying to give and take control. I wash away my weary soul. I won't wait for your train anymore.
All right, there we go. Now our mics are on. Now we're really back. Thank you, audio technician Dave. Turning the on button is a good idea. Anyways, he's Andrew Hobner. I'm Joe Paris. We don't know what we're doing, but we are here live at Sports Authority Field at Mile High Stadium for the Rocky Mountain Showdown at the end of the first half. Colorado leads Colorado State by a score of 5-1. And, you know, both teams coming in the top five, Andrew. Pretty good game so far, but, well, Colorado State can't get the offense going.
Absolutely. It's been really tough for CSU this whole half. CU's slides on the defensive side of the ball have been pretty much spot on. Mitch Fenton has been great in net. Jack Regan on the other side has been great too, but CU's offense has just been too quick. The feeds are just too quick, right along the crease. Shots that go in, top left, top right. Regan has no time to react to this. And CSU, they're staying composed through pretty much all of this. But in the locker room, it's going to be pretty hard to ignore that you're down 4 goals going into the second half.
And something of note at the end of that first half, Rowan Sloss came up limping. Looked like he got hit in the leg area, the ankle area, and he is the anchor for that Colorado defense. And, well, it'll be interesting to see if they have to play without him.
Well, absolutely. For those of you that couldn't see, on the last play, Jack Regan put the ball up on a last 5-second shot or a 5-second toss. Rowan Sloss went up for it along with another CSU player and the rest of his defense. Came down very gingerly, was on the ground for a little bit, and was helped off. We have no confirmation of if he's injured or not. I'm guessing it's nothing too bad. He walked off on his own, but he should be all right. Losing him would be big for this defense, though, Joe.
Yeah, and, you're talking about big plays. Mitch Fenton for the Colorado Buffaloes. He has stood strong so far.
Absolutely.
So right now we're going to go to Catherine Bogart, who's got a very special interview for us. Catherine, what do you got for us?
I'm Catherine Bogart here with a CSU coach. Now, please introduce yourself. He's the head coach for the CSU Rams.
Yeah, I'm Alex Smith.
Now, Coach Smith, so your team is very defensive. It's always been known for that this season. How are you going to spark the offense? Because it is struggling right now with only 1 goal going into halftime. How are you guys going to reboot and re-get them up so they can match the defense level right now?
It's a good question. That's the answer we're searching for right now. Too many turnovers, and we need to get back to doing fundamental things and getting to the goal a little stronger.
Now, is it the crowd that's being too loud? Is it miscommunication between the attack when they're on the other side?
No, this has unfortunately been a little bit of who we are this year from time to time, and hopefully we can turn around here in this half.
Okay, perfect. Well, good luck. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
When she's done, we're going to go to the... Okay. All right, we are now going to take a look at some Colorado State's highlights to show some of their work this year against Chapman. And, you know, the highlights that we're showing are against Chapman, and then we're going to show some Colorado highlights against Chapman just to try and compare the two teams. Let's take a look.
The kind of stuff that CSU has done very well are these inside picks, motions that the attackmen are able to do, and the ability to just get good shots. You watch Jack Regan, and what a great goalie he's been. That's gone without saying today. I mean, he has been pretty much incredible. And even right there, just a quick shot, overhand, keep the goalie guessing. Mitch Fenton has done great today, but there really hasn't been much. You watch the motions, all of these inside-outside motions that CSU is able to do. And Regan again, I mean, what can you say about him? The guy has just he's been great today. He's had a couple of, you know, shots that have come a little too quick for him, but he's been good. Motion, as I said, motion offense, that's a big thing that CSU's been missing. CSU has done a great job of neutralizing them over the course of this first half.
And thank you to Lacrosse Network, for providing us with these highlights. And of course, you're probably either tuned in to Lacrosse Network or somewhere else. TLN, great guys down there helping us out put on tonight's broadcast. So, yeah, taking a look at these highlights, it's interesting to see some of the highlights of Colorado State lacrosse, and today you're not seeing necessarily all the highlights, some of the lowlights.
Absolutely, and you know, this definitely hasn't been Colorado State's best half. However, I think that they can turn it around. What they need to do is really start getting some motion offense going. They have to make sure that their attackmen who are sitting just in front of the crease, in front of the goalie, can set picks for the outside players, make sure that they get guys coming from the midfield, motioning down as you saw in those Chapman highlights, do the kind of things that can fool goalies pretty easily, because CU has just done a great job of neutralizing them. And on the defensive side, I mean, if I had it my way, I'd just put a pole in the center of the crease and just keep them there, because they have been caught running way too many times, and they've had way too many opportunities pretty much gone because of CU being wide open right in the center, right in front of Jack Regan. It's made his job very tough today.
And like all sports, it's always a tale of two halves, and we'll see if the second half has a different kind of a story.
A
different narrative, if you will.
Yeah, there we go.
Alongside Andrew Hobner, I'm Joe Paris. Thanks for joining us here for the Rocky Mountain Showdown on Lacrosse Network. Wow, that was close. That's a hard word for me. Network. It's like the time I called you Andrew. Andrew Hobner, Joe Paris here with you.
I'm not even getting into that. I don't even know how you did that.
We're at Sports Authority Field at Mile High Stadium, and it has been a great day for lacrosse. Of course, we had two high school games earlier in the day. My alma mater, Cherry Creek High School, coming away with a big victory over Arapahoe. But really, it really shows that lacrosse is blowing up all over the state of Colorado.
Absolutely, Joe. I grew up in the Hudson Valley in New York, one of the premier lacrosse hotbeds, and it's been pretty amazing to see what lacrosse has become out here in Colorado. It's getting to a level where a team like Cherry Creek could go ahead and they could compete with, you know, a Yorktown, a Manhasset, a Chamonix, even a St. Anthony's. It's getting very good out here, and you can see the product on the field. A lot of these boys, hometown Coloradans.
Well, return to action here. Third quarter, Colorado leads 5-1 over Colorado State. Here again, the Rocky Mountain Showdown live from Mile High Stadium alongside Andrew Hobner. I'm Joe Paris. Thanks for hanging out with us on your Saturday evening. Shot is another good save. The goaltender now is going to be Colton Fatzinger, the senior goaltender from Wheat Ridge High School, hometown Thornton, Colorado.
All right, and Fatzinger has posted a great save percentage this year. 64.5% of his shots have not gotten into the net. He has been awesome, and it's great. As I said earlier, this is a great problem for CSU to have. You have two plus 60% save percentage goalies who can go ahead, jump in at a moment's notice, and play great.
So Eric Ohl will bring it up now for Colorado State. They trail by 4 goals just underway here in the third quarter. And although it's a rivalry game, this has got a lot of implications for it. NCAA National Tournament just around the corner, and you have to have a feeling. Whatever team falls here is probably going to lose a few shots in the polls.
Not only that, you can make the case, and I'm pretty sure record-wise, the title is on the line for RMLC, that division title. And whoever wins this game, CU wins this game, they have it locked up for the year. They'll post a 4-0 conference record.
And a shot and a goal there by Colorado State. Falling to his stomach is Sean Smith, the captain, and they are on the board. A big goal to get things started off here in the third quarter, and that'll cut Colorado's lead to 3 goals. Nice play.
That is exactly what you want if you are CSU to start this second half. Really penetrating through the defense. A very nice shot over the hand. Those bounce shots close are hard for a goalie, even like Mitch Fenton, to defend. CSU back on the board. Dream start. 5-2 Buffs, and this is going to shape up to be a great second half, Joe. I can already tell.
And just of note, Rowan Sloss for Colorado is back on the field, so he appears to be all right. Ball brought down, though, the other way quickly by Colorado State. They're looking to cash in on some momentum. Spencer Thompson now with the ball behind the net. He's got that long stick.
That's something I always loved as an attackman, watching my long poles come down with the ball and then take it through X. Back in high school, Joe, when we were playing Somers, who was a very good Hudson Valley team in the playoffs, one of our defensemen came behind X and ran an entire ISO play with a long pole. And easily one of the funniest things, watching a 260-pound long pole defender try to run through and actually make a shot around the crease.
Takes quite a bit of talent to do that.
Oh, he wasn't that athletic.
No? I mean, those long poles, they're hard to handle. Brought in around the far side now by the Rams. Seeing if they can cut into this lead. They've come out of the halftime period looking to fire things up. On the near side, controlled by Eric Ohl. Ohl working now behind the, well, it's kind of that goal line extended area. Comes all the way up to the top, though. It'll be worked around the clock. On the right side now. Looking to go to work is Monheiser. And look behind the net. It will be lofted over the extended stick there of Chris Roach. Colorado State, though, will maintain possession in the zone. 12:35 remaining here in the third. Buffs lead by a score of 5-2 over the Colorado State Rams. Rams trying to see if they can get back into this game. They had a very lackluster first half on the offensive end, and give them credit, though. They had some good defense in goaltending, but it'll be interesting to see how Colton Fatzinger comes in here in the second half and takes over. And a great save there by the other goaltender on the other end, Mitch Fenton, who's had one of his best games of the year.
And I got to say, that wasn't very great shot selection from Ethan Lahota. He fooled one of his defenders and then tried to make, I guess it looked to me like an offhand shot with not too much of an angle. But fooling his defender, I mean, you can, if he just pulled one more guy, maybe a couple steps closer, he would have found an open look.
Seidel will get it up, throw it up. Sorry, correction, that's actually Greg Kelsick with the shot on it, but a save there by Fatzinger. Fatzinger, 1-for-1 on the night. We'll see how he comes in and plays goaltender for this second half.
Looks a lot more aggressive than Regan in coming out of net on clears, Joe.
And, we mentioned it a few times, though, but Colorado State likes to play 2 goalies, and it's very interesting to see that. You don't see that all too often by design. I mean, you'll see sometimes a goalie get pulled out of there. He's having a rough afternoon, but, well, by design, half and half for each goalie.
It's a very risky strategy sometimes, as we talked about earlier. When you have a hot goalie for the game, do you take him out anyway? And looks to be paying, at least dividends in the first, 5 or so minutes of this second half.
So the Rams will try to get things going here in the third. 11:03 remaining. They trail by 3. Comes up now to the near side where it's controlled by Colin McDonald. McDonald will control. He'll work it up top. Buffs hanging out, trying to stay strong on the defense. They seem to be bending a little bit. See if Colorado State can get them to break. Bringing it in across the side is Sean Smith. Smith goes behind the net. It's being defended there expertly by Connor Irvin. Comes out. Shot is way wide of the net. Not a bad look there from Casey Carter.
Looks like Sloss is just nicked after that first half. He's moving around pretty well this second half, Joe.
Brought up from the top now, looking to make a run. A shot on net is going to go wide. Wasn't a terrible opportunity.
Not sure. Oh, wow. And CSU is appealing that this was a goal. There's actually a hole in the top right of the net, and it appears to have gone through the hole in the net.
And that is very interesting.
Oh, my goodness.
They look very upset right now, and for good reason.
That's a big call.
And I believe the shot came from number 14, Gus Brunger, and it looked like it stung that right corner on the top side, and it actually might have torn through the net. We'll have to take a look at the replay and see if they have a case to make here.
I want to see if I want to go ahead and see if there was the hole in the net was there to start. I mean, that's a very big missed call. Unfortunately, the refs don't have the benefit of stopping play and getting a full replay in there, so that's tough for CSU. That's a missed call by the referees.
And that could have been a huge goal. I mean, you cut this lead to 2 early in the third, and it's a whole new game.
Oh, absolutely. And now you have Seidel just baiting. He is baiting the defense right now, looking to get something going from that X position.
So the Buffs will maintain possession here. We'll have to go back and look at that because it is a very interesting situation. If this game comes down to a 1-goal differential, did that ball go through the top of the net?
That's what I saw. And honestly, even up here in the booth, you pretty much saw, you know, that ball went up through the net and the ball's path moved because of it going through the net. So I'm not sure what exactly they thought happened.
And a few of the Rams were reacting like it was a goal. So it's very interesting here. And I think the referees are actually, they're talking about something right now. I'm curious to see what they're talking about. They're going to go to the sidelines and have a chat here. But, you know, if that's the case.
Well, this would be interesting if they.
It's an interesting situation because you're in Mile High Stadium, which has all this technology. Obviously, you have Thunder Vision, the giant HD screen. If you're off at Kittredge Field.
Oh, Alex Smith is not happy with that.
If you're off at a normal MCLA field, you don't have all this technology, and really you have no case to make, but, you know, you have to wonder what they're going to do. And it looks like they're going to come down and take a look at that netting. So there's definitely a hole there. And, you know,
what it looked like the ref was saying to Coach Alex Smith is that it hit a post and Alex Smith just threw his hat on the sideline.
He is losing it down there. He has lost his cold.
I would be too. That is absolutely a missed call. We can see it up from the box. There is a hole in that net.
You know what? And he's got quite a case to make here. Colorado State should be upset, and they are emphatically pointing.
Oh, my God, look at this.
If you have to have a guy go out there and change the netting, it's quite a slippery slope because you're acknowledging that it tore.
That's a Colorado coach, too, that's adjusting that netting, Joe.
No, it is. They're going to adjust the
exactly
netting.
What it is.
I believe that is Ben Wise down there as we're going to get some
this is something interesting.
Some interesting situation here. Seidel's down there, I think, poking around. The referee's going to try to explain, and we'll get a zoom in on that.
Yeah,
there's a big hole in that net.
That's a hole in the net, Joe.
Uh-oh.
That is a hole in the net. Oh, boy, CSU is livid right now. Alex Smith is pleading his case to the head referee, and it doesn't look like he's getting anything out of it. The call is final. They can't go back and review this. As we said, we have the benefit of review up in this booth, and we saw it. It went in that net and threw it out the back. So
well, and the thousands of fans in the stands here have seen it on Thunder Vision that, the ball looked like it went through the net, and there's a big hole in the top right-hand corner. And if I'm Coach John Galvin, I'm going to sit there and sit on my hands. But you know what?
Why wouldn't you?
Colorado State has quite a case here to make. And as a referee, it's a very tricky situation because it's not something MCLA referees do. Video replay is not a thing in club lacrosse.
Yep, that's a shame. In a big game like this, you want to make sure that all the calls are going right, and that was a big-time missed call and potentially a game-changing missed call.
Well, we'll see if Colorado State can feed off of that energy, but at the same time, Colorado dodging a bullet on that play. Shot is a great save there by Colton Fatzinger. And here come the Rams. Their fans are still on their feet yelling. The sideline is finally becoming composed. And, well, if there wasn't enough drama, now we've got a little bit of a officiating controversy.
It's a fifth down situation.
That's my.
In any officiating call that kind of goes wrong with CU, I call it a fifth down situation now.
So Colorado State will try to compose the offense here with 8:47 remaining here in the third. Colorado leads 5-2 over CSU, and if you're just joining us, we are right now facing a little bit of a situation that's been dealt with, but it appeared that Colorado State had scored a goal, but the ball went through the net and the referees missed the play, so it was called no goal. So we'll see if Colorado State can come back and battle through the officiating controversy here. And it's really not a question if there's a hole in that net. Colorado came out and had to fix their net as the shot goes wide and will go out of bounds. And, you know, Javier, if you're the official, you have no way to win the situation.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is an official's worst nightmare. I mean, in a sport where you pretty much don't have replay, you can't go ahead and do this. You're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't, you know, Joe?
Very interesting situation here, but Colorado State will pick it up. Ethan Lahota, who played at Monarch High School. That's where engineer Greg O'Brien is from, actually. So there's your fun fact of the day, personality profile of our technical crew. There it is, in case anyone was wondering out there on the Cross Network.
Greg also enjoys long walks on the beach and Stevie Nicks records.
Does he? Maybe I'll know what
he's
he's
singing,
Oh,
folks.
our director Jamie says he's singing. All right, we're treading into podcast zone here.
He's going to kill us.
Oh boy! All right, back to the action down on the field. A little bit of a comic relief after some tension down there. Sean Sullivan for Colorado State will work it up top. Ethan Lahota now. He'll handle. Rams trail by 3, trying to jump back into this game with 7:27 remaining here in the third. I can see I'm getting looks from behind me, so we're in a little bit of trouble here. All right. Comes up top now to Sean Smith. Smith trying to lead this Colorado State offense into doing something. The CU defense, though, to their credit, has done a good job this evening in keeping Colorado State frustrated down in the offensive zone.
There's the motion we were talking about from that first half.
Shot is deflected away from Monheiser. Really nice play there from Hayden McClain getting the stick out there and altering the direction of that shot. Possession, though, will stay with Colorado State on the far side. It will come behind the net. Sean Smith. Smith looking to go to work now on Connor Irvin.
Smith's been pretty quiet this game. Top goal scorer for CSU, been all but essentially neutralized tonight.
Matt King now, who had the earlier goal for CSU along that far side, trying to get something going. He'll go all the way behind to X. He'll look to the near side. We'll find Chris Roach. Roach work it up top now to Ethan Lahota. You can audibly hear the CSU fans cheering their team on. See if they can feed off of it now as they trail by 3. Behind the net, though. Colorado State trying to get something going here. Smith looking in front. A shot is deflected by
for CSU.
Everything on the way through, and a huge check. Down goes Chris Roach. And another shot, and that will go over the net, too. Matt King can't get the direction finder on track.
That's just tough for CSU right there. That was a fantastic look from X. Just couldn't convert the shot. Deflected off one of the defensemen. And man, I think if that hadn't gotten deflected, that shot would be in the back of the net right now.
Matt King, though, he'll be picked up on defense, though, by Hayden McClain. McClain, one of the most talented defensive players on this Buff squad. Brought into the zone by Casey Carter. Carter will wheel it around behind the net to Smith. Smith will be picked up and lose the ball. And a great GB pickup by Colorado and Connor Irvin. So Colorado standing strong there. Rowan Sloss will clear out of the zone and extended offensive possession for Colorado State, but they really got nothing to show for it except for some wide shots.
It's great clear for CU on that last go around. Cranston, see what he can do.
Cranston looking to come behind the net. He's been a little bit quiet here so far in the second half. Of course, he was the MCLA Player of the Month of February. He's leading the league in points for a little while there. But he's now been passed by his teammate Riley Siddell, and what a good inter-squad rivalry between Siddell and Cranston. I really don't want to call it a rivalry. It's just friendly competition.
I mean, you can call it friendly competition, rivalry, whatever you want, but both of these players, they know exactly what they want to be doing. They want to score. They are both good scorers. They're both proven scorers, and having both of them on the field at once.
Erickson looking for Cranston there, which Erickson couldn't quite connect, so come out of bounds. He picked up by Seidel. Riley Seidel will work it off onto the near side to Garfinkel. Garfinkel will come up top now. On the far side here, Buff showing some patience here, and why not wind that clock down. 4:40 remaining here in the third. They lead by 3.
They're going to get that ball back to Seidel at X. He wants it.
And that is Riley Seidel's best place on the field. When he's at X, he can go left, he can go right, and he likes to fly through the air and try to beat the goaltender as he's coming across. Become his signature move. Played off now onto the near side, though. Garfinkel will play it behind the net to Seidel. Seidel looking to make a spin move, but he's picked up very well there. Great defense by Tim Miaskowitz, and down goes Seidel. Miaskowitz doing a great job trying to knock the ball.
Great D, essentially neutralizing Seidel beneath the crease line. And Seidel, usually a very agile player. You see him going left and right, trying to pass Miaskowitz. Miaskowitz hanging tough with him. Great defensive stretch by
Really some of the best one-on-one defense we've seen all night.
Absolutely, and he's been playing pretty well on him most of the night, aside from one of the goals where Seidel essentially was on goal.
Garfield will try to sneak one in, but Fatsinger's there up to the challenge, and he'll make a good save. So Colorado State will take over. 3:40 remaining here in the third. The Rocky Mountain Showdown from Mile High Stadium. Joe Paris alongside Andrew Hobner. What a treat we've got for you tonight under the lights here at Mile High. The clouds have broken up a little bit. We've got some good weather down on the field. Colorado State now trying to get back into this game. They trail by 3, and they've been frustrated all evening on the offensive end. Played some solid defense, though, holding this Buff squad to only 5 goals.
Absolutely, and Colorado's played even better, holding Colorado State to 2. You know, this is a Colorado team that's had struggles on defense this year, and they have just been fantastic, neutralizing pretty much all of CSU's main scorers. But as I said, CSU, there's a pretty good amount of time left, and you can never, ever count a team out of a lacrosse game.
Brungle will lose control of the ball, but then scoop it right back up. So nice there by Brunger. But Brunger's pass is off the mark, and it'll be scooped up and brought the other way by Colorado.
Oh, it's a D-twig again.
And a great play from behind. Casey Carter coming from behind, sneaking up, not only getting the ball loose, but getting the stick loose. So Colorado State will get a little bit of an extra possession here. Brian Allen, the shot on net, and a great play. Brian Allen emphatically putting it home, beating Fenton. Unbelievable individual effort there. And he is psyched up on the play. Brian Allen, the sophomore from Salt Lake City, Utah, has gotten this crowd pumped and cut into the Colorado lead. Buffs only lead by a score now of 5-3, and Fenton looking for an explanation on something, but it doesn't matter. This game is now a 5-3 game, and you know, it's hard not to think about that no goal we had a few minutes ago, and well, as this game gets closer, that becomes a bigger and bigger play.
Boy, I'll tell you, Griffin Baum for CU, number 16, he is going to think twice about getting in Brian Allen's way again. An absolutely monstrous truck through by Allen, and a great shot. Fenton had a chance to defend it, but just couldn't. Look at this. The hits are coming. This is great lacrosse. This is the kind of game you love to see, Joe. Aggressive and fast.
And Krantz is in, and it's a shot, and it's saved, but we're going to get a whistle, and I think we're going to get a slashing play. We are going to get a slashing call there, and business is definitely about to pick up here. Colorado State is livid on the sideline. And boy, oh boy, with 2:15 remaining here in the third quarter, things have quickly escalated after the electric play there by Brian Allen.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian Allen, that was a big set of events to get CSU back in this game, as if that call wasn't enough to set CSU off, and they'll be good.
All right, let's reset the scene here. It looks like it's going to be man up for Colorado. Off on the play is Chris Roach. So Roach is going to be the man on the sideline for CSU. So the Buffs will have a man-up situation here. Seeing if they can cash in or not. They have a 2-goal lead. And things have definitely gotten interesting here in the third. Coming from behind the net is Doherty. Doherty looks to the near side. It will come all the way out now to Cranston. Cranston will work it out to Seidel. Seidel again. Colorado doing a nice job working the ball around. Quick sticks all the way around the perimeter.
That's what you like to see on a man-up unit, Joe.
To the near side to Kelsick. Kelsick will work it up top. Looking down low for an opportunity. Shot, and it'll go wide. Good opportunity from Jake Lucier. Colorado will maintain possession, though. Colorado State doing a good job defensively there, maintaining their formation. From the top, Cranston thought about ripping it. Ball will go down. It's loose out towards midfield. It'll be kicked back into the offensive zone. What a play. So Colorado will be able to hang on to possession here. Still a man up.
And that is how you kill penalties, Joe. Great active stick by Miaskowitz just to make sure that you can't pass in between the lanes here.
And Fatzinger will win the race to the ball, and so it'll be Colorado State ball.
This is a game of runs, Joe, and CSU is getting excited. They're looking ready and poised to pretty much take this game back.
Ball is loose now in the Colorado end, and it'll be scooped up and brought the other way. Great GB pickup by Eric Ohl. So, 1:08 remaining here in the third. Business has definitely picked up. Colorado is up by 2 goals here, and a huge hit from behind from Greg Kelsick. And the Colorado sideline is loving it. The ball is going to come towards Colorado.
I'll tell you, Joe, this is a great game so far. Score might be 5-3, but I gotta say there has been no shortage of action. And the way most sports have become, where the constant concern is safety, the constant concern is, you know, making it as business-like as possible. This is a refreshing game. This is exactly what you love to see. You want to see games played off of emotion, where the hits just keep on coming.
So 30 seconds remaining here. Seidel behind the net, seeing if he can get Colorado one more goal here before the end of the third. They lead by 2. On the outside, Riley Combe. Combe will handle for the Buffs. 20 seconds remaining now. See if he's going to go to work on an isolation play. He's going to work over to his right side. He's pushed from behind, so he said he'll go behind to X. Combe still with it. The one-man speed train right now comes up top. Time winding down, 7 seconds. Colorado's got to get something going here.
Oh, they're telling him to move too.
Garfinkel will throw it up top. Cranston will send a rip as time expires. It'll go wide, and that will be the end of our most interesting quarter so far. Colorado on top by a score of 5-3 in a third quarter that had everything. Big hits, fun offense, and controversy.
Controversy. Who doesn't love a little bit of controversy, Joe?
I like controversy. It's always so much fun. But at the end of the third quarter, Colorado leads 5-3 over the Colorado State Rams, and this is going to be an interesting fourth quarter of action. I'm Joe Paris with Andrew Hobner. We've got the call here from Mile High Stadium, the Rocky Mountain Showdown under the lights. And really quickly, I mean, we need to talk about it. That third quarter, what the controversy we had with that netting.
Well, I must say, in all my years of watching lacrosse, I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. One shot from CSU, beautiful bounce shot, top right. The ball goes through the net and up, clearly changes path, clearly looks like it was in the net and the path was affected by it hitting the net. The refs made no call of it, and it's ruled as nothing, and CSU's coaching staff was livid.
And rightfully so. Yeah.
It was and watching it on replay up here, totally missed call. The game should be 5-4 right now.
All right, so we are now going to head down to the sidelines for Catherine Bogart. Catherine's going to give us the latest word down on the field. And you know what? It's very interesting to see what she picks up down there because, well, with the controversy and the goal scoring and the overall intensity picking up down there, it's going to be a very interesting fourth quarter. But, yes, we'll now head down to Catherine Bogart, who's standing by in the north end zone here at Sports Authority Field. Catherine, what do you have for us down there?
I'm Catherine Bogart here at field level. Now, what a wild quarter it was, and CSU must have said something that worked at halftime because their offense is back at it. They had 2 goals in this past quarter after a very controversial call where head coach for CSU, Smith, threw his headset on the ground, very enraged. He used that momentum to get the team back on their feet. CSU has all the momentum in this quarter, and let's see if CU will go forward. Back to you guys.
All right, so we are back to action here, beginning of the fourth quarter. Your screen says third, but it is the fourth quarter here. Colorado up 5-3 over CSU after an electric third. And, well, Hobner, this is going to be quite a fourth quarter to remember.
Oh, it will. And, folks, I just actually kind of noticed that we have no time gauge on these graphics. So we will keep you up to date as the time starts going down for you.
Are we getting some complaints?
Well, I don't know. I feel like people must be using a stopwatch or something at home. But, you know, I'm a man of the people, Joe. I try.
All right, you're the people's champ. We're playing along at home.
People's champ. What am I now, Paul Wall?
No, you're the Rock. Colorado now deep in the zone. Will be picked up by Greg Kelsick. Kelsick will come up top to Cranston. Colorado, if they want to put this game away, is going to have to convert offensively. They went quiet there a little bit.
Absolutely, and last quarter was all CSU without scoring. Oh,
off the post. It's off the post from Ryan Stoll. That's about as hard off the post as you can hit it. That went square off the bar. Ryan Stoll, who has had several great opportunities here tonight, has only been able to convert one, and, well, he had the goaltender beat on that one. Just hit it right off that post, but coming down on the other end. The Rams got some speed. Sean Smith into the offensive half.
Oh, he needed someone in there with him, making him run just parallel, and it looked like Chris Lefebvre, I think, was down there.
Lefebvre.
Yeah, Lefebvre was down there making a parallel run, but just kind of slowed down and trailed off. If you are going to trail off like that, you need to pull a defender away with you because Sean Smith was doubled down and had nowhere to go.
Matt King will power through the score. What a play by Matt King. His second highlight reel type goal of the game, and that'll bring our score to 5-4 in favor of Colorado over Colorado State. But don't go anywhere because all of a sudden it's a 1-goal game. Colorado State has come flying back into this.
We also have a penalty on the field too, which, depending on what it is, looks like a hold to me. It might not be released with the goal.
Penalty is declined. It's going to be a good goal.
Like it's going to be released. So 5-4 game, folks. And as I said right at the beginning of the half, you cannot count out CSU. They have been champions. They are proven champions. You don't win 6 MCLA titles by giving up halfway through the game.
And Brian Roach with a great win there for the Rams. He'll bring it into the offensive end, and they are ready to set up shop. John Sage will flip it over. He'll be loose. He'll be scooped up, though, by the Rams. They've got an opportunity here to tie it up. We are earlier in the fourth quarter. 12:53 remaining. From Mile High Stadium in Denver, this is the Rocky Mountain Showdown. Number 2, Colorado facing off against number 4, Colorado State. RMLC Rocky Mountain Lacrosse Conference Championship is up for grabs here, as well as postseason standing. This is about as good as it gets. Brian Allen He'll handle on the far side where he's being worked over by Zane O'Brien. It'll come up top now, or it'll be controlled by Eric Olb. Olb looking to go to work now. He's going to work down to the right side, cradling away where he's being harassed by Zach Doss. Comes behind the net now.
Very nice catch at X there by Sean Smith. Passes like that, you got to hold your stick over to the other side. Even passes like that, if you're not careful, they can lose the possession. It's just it for CSU.
And the pass intended for Allen is going to go out of bounds, so it'll come in favor of the Buffaloes now. 12-11 remaining in the fourth quarter. Colorado leads 5-4 over their bitter in-state rival, Colorado State. And what a fun game this has turned into. The first half was all Colorado, but CSU has come storming back here, and we have had it all. We've had hard hits, we've had fun goals, we've had tough defense, and controversy. A shot on net will go wide. Colorado will maintain possession, but I hate to draw attention to it. You got to think, though, what if that goal went home?
That goal goes home and it's tied 5-5. That being said, I think CSU has the opportunity to score another goal and tie it up. We have 11:45 left in this game. That is a lot of time, especially in lacrosse. As we've seen with Riley Seidel, you can score 3 goals in a minute.
And Erickson will be decked, and he'll hit the deck. If you try to go top right on that one, he'll fire it wide. Jack Cranston will collect it for the Buffs and resume action. Cranston looking to go to work. Looking around the crease, instead of work it up top. Wild pass will be handed by Erickson. Erickson will work it over now to his right side.
Nice split dodge there.
Colm with a shot and another save by Fatzinger, rebound, and a goal by Riley Seidel from the seat of his pants, picking up the rebound and jamming it home. What a play there by Riley Seidel.
Way to keep your head up, Riley Seidel. That is a fantastic play. All effort from the knees, and to just see that that ball is coming right off the pipe and that Fatzinger is completely out of position. Now, to start, Groom had an incredible split dodge and then another roll to get into the position to even shoot that ball. The shot wasn't great compared to what CU's had, but you have Riley Seidel to clean up there for you, and that's just about perfect.
Ball loose in the Colorado end all the way down. It's rolled near the crease, still loose there. We're going to get a whistle. And it looks like it's going to be Colorado State ball. It will be, so they'll take over in the Colorado end. 11-12 remaining here in the fourth. Colorado back on top, and a nice play there by Mitch Fenton to pick across the fast-paced play there. So Colorado will come down the other end. It'll be collected and thrown about. A shot and another goal. Jack Cranston will slam it home. He looks surprised on that one. I believe Cranston's going to get credit for that one. It looks like it deflected off of something, but Cranston is celebrating like it's his goal, so it might as well be. And Colorado now on top 7-4.
And the CU sideline just went B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Bananas, folks. This is a huge thing for CU to be able to play like this, to fool a great goalie like Fatzinger like that. A beautiful, beautiful shot by Cranston. I mean, it's not getting much better than that for the CU Buffaloes today, Joe.
What a play by Cranston. Unbelievable effort. I mean, he looked surprised just as everyone else in the building that one beat Fatzinger.
Absolutely. But CSU, I'm still not counting them out yet, I gotta say. This game could turn quick.
Ball will be turned over and come all the way the length of the field. It'll be interesting to see who the possession will go to, and it will go to Colorado. And they are definitely in the driver's seat here with 10:45 remaining here in the fourth.
Absolutely, and CU, all they need to do is just maintain possession. You can't force any bad passes. You know, you can continue to score, you can continue to play the high-octane way that you do play, but you can't go ahead and try to force anything, have lousy turnovers, and get pushed into situations where CSU can be successful.
So Kelsick will work it up top now to Ryan Stoll. Stoll directing traffic. Well, he'll be picked up by Grant Jellison. We haven't heard his name too much here this afternoon, but he is one of the better defenders for this Colorado State squad. Along the far end, Gann.
Good split dodge again by Jace Gann.
That's his go-to move there. Speaking of go-to moves, it's Riley Seidel at X. Seidel looking to go to work. Gonna come around, looking for a shot. He tried to throw it on. It'll be deflected by everyone in front. It'll be picked up by Cranston. Great defense there by Tim Majaskowicz again.
He's playing great D.
Nice swim move by Cranston. He'll look into the crease. A shot and a nice play by Colton Fatzinger to not allow Seidel to have another scoop-type goal. So Colorado State will maintain possession now and see if they can get things going their way. With 9:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter, they trail by 3. Down in the Colorado State offensive end, it's time to go to work for the Rams. Their fans are up on their feet, and give them credit. They have been on their feet this entire game. A great contingency coming from Fort Collins. And of course, Colorado State alumni from all over the state of Colorado. A great showing from them. Jake Johnson from behind the net. He'll throw it onto the far side. Johnson now receives a return pass. Wants to go to work on Sloss. Johnson will have to work it up top. Be collected by Monheiser. Monheiser with a sloppy pass to the near side. King, though, will scoop it up.
And the passing has been getting slowly sloppier for CSU. In the start of this game, it was precision. It was like a surgeon's knife, how well they were passing the ball. And as of late, it's been getting sloppy. Playing bad operation, Joe.
Lahota tried to make a run. Instead, Colorado State will have to throw it outside. Andrew Hobner digging deep into his analogies here, like a surgeon's knife. We should say a good surgeon's knife there. Would you call it surgical precision?
Surgical precision.
Oh, that's what we'll call it here. Someone's been playing doctor.
If there's any Knicks fans in the crowd, I'm going to start going Clyde Frazier with his AB rhyme scheme pretty soon.
Coming in from behind the net, a shot and a great save, defending off of Smith. Smith hit the deck, but a nice save by Mitch Fenton. Smith looked like he had the goaltender Fenton beat, but instead, Fenton turns him away again. Along the far side, it will be picked up by Matt King. King will come behind, all the way to the far side, and the pass intended is going to come all the way.
CSU falling asleep again.
Ground ball deep in the Colorado offensive end will be played all the way back to the goaltender, Fatzinger. Fatzinger will work it now onto the near side to Tom Gerwick. Gerwick will go across the field now with time winding down. 7:52 remaining now in the fourth. Colorado still maintains that 3-goal lead. Near side control by Lahota. Lahota trying to get something done here. He's picked up. So we'll have to work it out to the top now. We're going to get a whistle as Monheiser gets possession. And it's going to be Colorado ball. Did you get the call on that one, Andrew?
Not. It looked, I'm not sure what that call is, actually.
Cranston a little bit.
Fatzinger's coming way out of the net.
Fatzinger's going to go all the way out towards midfield. We've seen Fatzinger is a much more aggressive goaltender than Jack Regan. Coming down on the other end. A shot and a goal! Great play, taking advantage of the turnover. Casey Carter from the far side, beating Fenton to his stick side, and that'll inch Colorado State even closer. They cut that lead to 2.
Well, you want to talk about a textbook fast break situation for CSU. That pretty much was perfect. By my reckoning, was pretty much a perfect way to go about it. And as I said, CSU still back in this game. That was, I can't get over a textbook. That was perfect.
Great breakout play there, leading to a fast break. Casey Carter, the captain of this Colorado State squad, cashing in. And that's what you need to do. You got to take advantage of the opportunities you get, and that's about as good as they get.
Absolutely, and that's something that CSU really hasn't taken advantage too much of this game is, fast break offenses. They have been very content to slow the ball down, slow down play, and try to set up their offense. And as you see, CU is not a very good team when it comes to fast break defense. So that's something CSU should look to exploit a little bit.
Ole from behind the net. He had the goaltender beat. He whistles it wide.
Now one more step there for Johnson, and that's in the back of the net.
6:50 remaining here in the fourth. Our score, Colorado 7, Colorado State 5. Rocky Mountain Showdown with a lot on the line here tonight, more than just pride, with the national tournament just around the corner. From behind the net, the Rams try to get it going. A rip from the far side is going to go wide from the stick of Casey Carter. Possession will stick, though, with the Rams. Carter doing a nice job, though, to keep his team in this. And, they've had good energy, but, well, Colorado has got to hang on here. So on the far side now, the Rams looking to go to work. A lot of pushing and shoving coming down. From the outside, we're hearing a large CSU chant right now, trying to get their boys back into things. From behind the net now. Man goes down, looking in front. It'll be deflected away. The pass intended for Casey Carter. It'll be scooped up by the Buffaloes, and they will head the other way. So 6 minutes even remaining here in the fourth. The Rocky Mountain Showdown from Mile High Stadium. A 2-goal game between number 2 Colorado and number 4 Colorado State. And boy, Andrew, this has been quite a treat this afternoon as the ball will be turned over and brought into the Colorado State end.
Great pass. He's got an open man.
Here it comes down on the left side. A shot and a score. What a goal. Chris Roach with an emphatic goal there on the breakout play, and the Colorado State sideline is going bananas right now. They have cut this lead to 1.
I'll tell you something, Chris Roach was coming in off of a line switch there, and you can't understate what a beautiful behind-the-back pass that was. I'm pretty sure that was Casey Carter over to Jake Johnson, and then Roach coming right off. That was beautiful. And as I said, catching CU on these fast break opportunities, they are not quick when it comes to switching in that situation. They should be moving the ball right now down as quick as they can.
And that's on back-to-back trips now, too.
Yep, that's where you're going to catch it.
So Colorado State now will inch even closer. It is now 7-6 in favor of Colorado, but the Rams look to be fighting back. A wild shot off of the stick of Matt King will go all the way up into the stands.
And this is going to be a photo finish, Joe. 5:26 left, 7-6 CU. Can't script it any better, my friend.
Brian Taggart now behind. He's trying to get something going for his Rams. Correction, that's actually Jake Johnson. Johnson will whip it on net. It will go wide. Fenton looked like he was ready for it. It was about 5 feet wide of the net, though. 5:16 remaining now in the fourth. Colorado leading Colorado State 7-6 here. The intensity is picking up here. The stadium is getting loud. There's not a terrible amount of people here, but you can hear the ones that are here.
Can anything be a terrible amount of people, Joe? I mean, would like 76,000 be a terrible amount?
And a shot to save by Fenton. Oh boy, Mitch Fenton. He went for the stick save there. He got lucky. He played it off of his leg, off of the rolled up sweatpants there. I'm sure he's going to have a little bit of a shiner there tomorrow. Oh boy, catching a break there. He's looking to go high. He got beat low and it went off his shin.
That was the kind of shot and save where it'll stop whatever you're saying mid-sentence and make you appreciate it. Great save by Mitch Fenton.
That's what literally happened.
Literally.
It literally
happened in here. You heard it, folks.
You heard it here first. 4:33 remaining now in the fourth. Colorado and Colorado State in a one-goal game from Mile High Stadium, the Rocky Mountain Showdown. You couldn't write a better script.
Absolutely not. We're coming down within 5 minutes now. We're about 4:15. And CU, one goal could be very big for them on this trip down to CSU side.
And you got to give credit to Colorado State. They were down there in the first half by a good margin, and they have fought back here. Resiliency and a shot and a goal. Riley Cole with a bounce shot off of his back leg there. We'll call it the Kobe Bryant fadeaway jumper bounce shot there. And that was a little bit of an unexpected goal. I think he surprised himself on that play.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, CSU, look at them. Their defense is completely in shock right now that this is happening. This is the kind of offense that we've seen all year from CU. They have just been fantastic. They've been clinical with their finishes. Very in form right now. They've been great.
And our entire control room is biting their nails right now. Even the production crew is wondering what's going to happen. This is getting more and more intense as the clock ticks closer to 0. 4 minutes even remaining. Colorado will inch ahead by a score of 8-6 now, and they've got possession heading the other way. A shot on net and a goal! What a bounce shot. It goes post down on that play. My goodness.
Hayden McLean
right off of the face-off. Oh my, Hayden McLean, the LSM for this Colorado roster with one of the best bounce shots you can do. He did the geometry right on that one. Post down, he's stinging that bar.
Yes, and to anybody who is listening on this with headphones, I really apologize for that pretty red mark of high volume, but...
Yeah, you got excited.
Oh, well, that's... Anytime, as an attackman, anytime I watch a long stick anything score a goal, it's like watching a unicorn in the woods, Joe.
Yeah? Have you seen a lot of those?
I mean, I've had my share of unicorn sightings.
Wow. We'll have to talk about that after the broadcast. But for now,
scientific breakthrough, actually. Look at this timeout. CU is pumped right now.
Unbelievable. What a game we got here. Colorado and Colorado State going punch for punch here in the fourth quarter with 3:40 remaining. Whew. Let's take a second to reset is what I tried to say. My thoughts aren't completely going all the way through right now. But
Jumble Joe.
Oh my goodness, they call me Jumble Joe now. With Andrew Hobner, I'm Joe Paris. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in on Lacrosse Network and on Comcast. This has been quite a treat this afternoon from Mile High Stadium. Thanks for all of your tweets. We appreciate them. We thought it would be easier to interact with the fans on Twitter during games. It's pretty hard to do 3 things at once.
It is, Joe, and I must say, as someone who has, I'll call it an unrequited love for Twitter, because I love Twitter, but
a Twitter
I feel like
connoisseur.
Twitter doesn't love me back.
No.
Yeah, Twitter connoisseur, that's more like it. That's a little bit nicer towards me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But yeah, tweeting during these games, it's always pretty difficult, just having to, make sure you're reporting on what's going on in the game while you're checking on your phone. It's a really double-edged sword of our society, but that's a whole other issue that we could stay here till about 1 o'clock and have our buddy Tommy Wood over here jump on one of the mics and
Can we see Tommy?
There's
Tommy.
Yeah,
there he is.
We can have him debate the merits of electronic usage in today's society, but that's not why we're here. We're here for a lacrosse game.
All right, kind of. Some of us. I heard some fans saying they had some pretty good food here at Mile High Stadium. They're excited for that. But
wow, that sounds good. I think I'm pretty full. Folks, if you want to check Chipotle tweets, some of the folks on our production staff here actually went ahead and ordered Chipotle and ate it on the field of Mile High. And Chipotle
is not an official sponsor, by the way.
Not an official
We're just
sponsor.
saying we ate Chipotle for lunch.
Chipotle thought it was good enough.
Not that it matters,
back,
though. It doesn't matter.
We all felt very important.
We're getting some looks from the production crew. We better get back to the action. All right, 3:25 remaining here in the fourth. Colorado leads 3 goals over Colorado State by a score of 9-6. But Colorado State, don't count them out. They've got a lot of fight left in them. Colin McDonald now. He'll bring it down on the end. He'll come up top. Shot will be fired and drilled away from Fenton. 3:13 remaining in action. Colorado will maintain that 3-goal lead here. Colorado State seeing if they can cut into that margin, though, from behind the net, though. It's Sean Smith. Smith will fire it wide. First one to the ball, though, will be Colin McDonald, who played at Regis Jesuit High School, a big lacrosse school here in Colorado. Brian Allen trying to work it free. Comes over to the near side, over now behind the net. It'll be picked up by Smith, and a shot and a save by Fenton. He got just enough of that ball to not let it trickle through. Didn't get all of it, but just got just enough.
Boy, I was so sure that shot was going in. That is just about what you want out of Casey Carter with that quick stick shot. Mitch Fenton was just right there ready for it.
Time winding down, 2:25 remaining now. The Buffs will bring it the length of the field. Here comes Ryan Stoll. Stoll trying to flip it over his shoulder. That would have been fairly impressive if he were to get that one. It would have come out of bounds, though.
That's a crease violation for CU there.
It'll be Rams' ball. So they've got some time, 2:20. It's not unheard of to get 3 goals in 2:20. We saw Riley Seidel in the Utah game get 3 goals by himself in a minute. Down in the Colorado end, though.
That's a big miss there.
This is a big ground ball pickup that Colorado State will pick up. Will come behind the net, arm extended out there for Sean Smith. Smith will keep it just inside the line. He'll be picked up on defense by Griffin Baum, the local Boulder boy, now playing for the Buffaloes.
Great active sticks. CSU really has to stop with that cross-lane passing. CU's playing way too well for them. A great save by Fenton again, wow.
And Fenton's gonna race out there to the ball, and he's gonna be the first Buff there, and that is showing the heart and dedication from Mitch Fenton, the vocal and really everything leader for this Colorado squad, showing the effort coming all the way out from his crease to get there first.
Fortunately, it's pretty all for naught.
But Colorado will give the ball away. What a terrible turnover there.
Not a great clearing throw by Rowan Sloss, and CSU now has possession over in CU's back third. And we have 1:40 left, folks. This could have some intrigue to it.
Casey Carter will work it up top now onto the near side. Will be gathered by Monheiser. Monheiser trying to go to work. He's being battled with, and instead will have to work it out. And another sloppy pass for the Rams. They have been plagued by turnovers all afternoon.
And Coach Alex Smith cannot believe it. He has drilled this team and made them into a champion. And he just took off his hat in disappointment over the poor passing that's been going on today.
1:14 and counting remaining here in the fourth quarter. Colorado with a comfortable 3-goal lead at the Rocky Mountain Showdown at Mile High Stadium. This has been quite a treat. Thank you for joining us this evening. Alongside Andrew Hobner, I am Joe Pears. We appreciate all your Twitter comments and participation this afternoon. It has been quite a joy for all of us. Time winding down here, Colorado State's going to have to pull something very special off. But, let's talk about Colorado briefly. They have put on quite a show this evening. So time winding down, 56 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter of action. The Rocky Mountain Showdown, number 2 Colorado and number 4 Colorado State. We are back into action though, seeing if Colorado State can maybe pull something off here. Incredible. This is the field where heroes are born. If something was going to be done, it'd be done here. McDonald from behind the net. He'll work it off now to the near side. It will be Sean Smith, and it'll be shot wide and out of play. 34 seconds remaining now.
It's been getting a little chippy down there. We're watching hits on the sideline during line shifts. I mean, there's some frustration starting to mount, especially with 30 seconds left.
Colorado
CSU pulls out something special here.
Has the ball here. 20 seconds remaining now. The countdown is on the Colorado sideline. They're jumping up and down. It'll come into the Colorado zone. It'll be picked up, and it is academic now for the Buffs. Cranston with the ball. He's going to cradle, and he's going to work into some space. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Cranston will take it all the way behind X. Time is going to expire here. The Buffs have done it. They have knocked off Colorado State in the Rocky Mountain Showdown. The teams run onto the field. Everyone from the Colorado sideline running over to goaltender Mitch Fenton, who had a spectacular afternoon. And Colorado has gotten the monkey off their back. They have avenged the national championship loss from a year ago to Colorado State, and they have also won the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse Conference Championship. What a day for Colorado lacrosse.
And nothing describes this win better than Christian Wilson. He just sat down on the field when time expired and just sat. That is how much this win means to the men of CU. For 4 years, they have been getting beaten down by CSU, a heartbreaking loss in last year's MCLA championship. And I gotta say, Joe, this is a big win for CU. They were from, one big win. It could be 13-2 out of 15 games. CSU beating them. But that second is big, and this just set the stage for years to come, potentially.
So Colorado will win the RMLC Championship, the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse Conference, in fantastic fashion here at Mile High Stadium. And they will knock off Colorado State, but you know what? Don't count CSU out. They will be back. They will be in that national tournament. And, as soon as you get into that May Madness MCLA Championship tournament, all bets are off. Regular season, records out the door.
There's no debate. The MCLA is very akin to the NCAA basketball tournament.
Yes.
You never know who is going to be the team to beat in it. And honestly, 4 losses this season, not the worst season in the world for CSU. However, this is a very, very good lacrosse team. They have great defense, and it all is going to depend on the MCLAs, which are going to happen in a couple weeks.
Coming up, the week of May 12th. Will be the MCLA National Championship in Orange County, California. Will be taking place at Chapman University and UC Irvine. It's going to be quite a treat. Colorado now on the year, taking it down, and they had their ups, they had their downs, and tonight's got to be the highlight of their regular season.
Oh, I'd say for a lot of these guys, it's the highlight of their career. Getting that monkey off the back and finally beating CSU in Mile High Stadium in front of fans, that's a big win for CU. Huge win for John Galvin and the program.
And let's take a real quick minute now to thank all of the people that helped this production out today. We have our head engineer, Greg O'Brien from Square 2 Productions. We had our director, Jamie Henderson, who has been awesome. Jamie doing her first lacrosse game, and boy, she knocked it out of the park. We got Bella Manning, who's been here since 11 o'clock in the morning helping out behind us. The weird kid right there. That's Tommy. Hi, Tommy. That's Tommy Wood. Ben Weiner, who has been working on graphics. David Levine from Levine Sound. He has been lighting it up all afternoon. Down on the field, of course, we had Catherine Bogart and Hannah Queso, and we have had quite an afternoon. Of course,
absolutely.
He's Andrew Hobner. You can find him on Twitter at _G Hobner.
I answer my hate mail every 2 weeks, folks.
He does. I'm Joe Paris. Find me on Twitter. Thank you. We've seen some of the awesome tweets you guys sent to us. We really appreciate it. But I just want to say thank you to everyone at Mile High Stadium who has helped us out. Thank you to Lacrosse Network for the courtesy of their footage and letting us stream on their network. Thank you to Comcast Entertainment Television for letting us air on them. And, well, what an afternoon. What an evening of lacrosse. Of course, your final score from the Rocky Mountain Showdown is going to come in favor of the Buffs. And, well, they came up on top of spectacular fashion.
Oh, absolutely. And high-octane offense won the day today. Defense does win championships. Still need the offense there to help you out.
So I don't know where to go from here. I mean, how are we supposed to go watch another lacrosse game? I mean, the excitement through the third and fourth quarter, very interesting. I mean, that first half was all right, but that second half, what a lot of fun.
Well, I feel spoiled now, Joe, because this is one of our first, major time broadcasts, and I have been spoiled by how good this game was.
Yeah.
So now this is
Andrew's first broadcast.
This is what sets
There he
my
did it.
standard.
He
This is gonna
did it.
set my standard for every game from here on out, and I don't know how what's going to top this.
Well, we are waiting now to go down to our sideline reporter, Catherine Bogart. She is supposed to be having interviews with head coaches from both teams, so we're going to stick with you now. Again, I want to thank everyone that came out with us today. It's been a lot of fun down here at Mile High Stadium, and with that MCLA tournament around the corner, you got to have a feeling that although Colorado fell to Arizona State earlier in the year, they're probably that team to beat.
I would say so. CU is very hot right now. Hansel status, so hot right now. CU has been playing great pretty much all year, and if you look at their only 2 losses, it came to Michigan State, who's number 8, only lost by 1 goal, and they only lost by 2 goals to Arizona State, who still remains undefeated at number 1 in the MCLA poll. So there's a lot of very good players on this team. They've had great results, and even their losses have been close. So there's no reason why they can't run the table in the MCLA tournament.
All right, so I think we're going to go down now to Catherine Bogart. Catherine is doing something. I think, someone's a lot of pointing.
It's a lot of pointing.
I think we're doing to Catherine right now. I don't know what we're doing. I'm Joe. He's Andrew Hommer. Thank you to all of our great sponsors we had. Province Apartments, Breakaway Lacrosse, Gebhardt BMW. I know they're annoying, but their ads were really helpful for us in putting on this broadcast. We're right now showing the Province Apartments. You can check them out. They are on 28th Street down in Boulder. Great group helping us out with some Colorado men's lacrosse. Of course, Gebhardt BMW, informed, accurate, trusted, your local BMW Boulder dealer. Thanks for helping out with Colorado men's lacrosse and Colorado State men's lacrosse. We really appreciate that. And, of course, we had our great sponsors throughout the year that really helped put on this broadcast. And it may sound like it was easy for us to walk in here and put on the camera, but really it was a lot of help.
Yeah,
and of course,
I wouldn't say it was easy.
Breakaway Lacrosse, who helped to sponsor today's broadcast. They've been great all season long, helping out not only us, but both teams with the great gear. Breakaway Lacrosse, of course, your Colorado home for all things lacrosse. So if you're still tuned in right now, if you haven't turned off yet, we're going to have some interviews coming up with Catherine Bogart here in a minute. It looks like we're going to have
number 22,
Riley Seidel. Wow, Riley Seidel is going to be he's going to be field side with Catherine. We're trying to figure that out right now. Seidel is down there right now with Kath. We're trying to see what's going on. What a great afternoon, though, and a great evening here. I mean, for Mile High Stadium, it's always a treat to come down here. We had the opportunity to walk around the corridors of Mile High.
Oh, what a privilege it was.
Walk through history, literally, It's it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
anyways.
it's been fantastic. I mean, I couldn't think of a better way to spend my Saturday, walking around, top tier NFL stadium, seeing mission control and having access to this and being able to report on a sport that I love. I know you love it as well.
It's a great sport.
Lacrosse.
I love lacrosse.
I couldn't think of a better way to spend my Saturday afternoon.
I do have to say this fact because I got it wrong the last time. I want to get it right this time. Lacrosse is the national sport of Canada during the summer. There you go. We messed it up last time. I blew it, so that time I got it right. All right, we're going to go down now to Catherine Bogart. We're really digging deep on that one. The Avalanche are on right now, so we're going to wrap this up. But we're going to go down now to Catherine Bogart, who's with Riley Seidel. She's already talking, so we're good.
It's been 5 years since you guys have beat CSU. What are you feeling right now? What emotions do you have? It was an intense game.
Yeah, it was. I feel awesome. I mean, we've worked really hard for this. Our team, we have a lot of fifth-year seniors out there who have not seen a victory against them. And I feel like everyone laid their heart out on the line today and gave it their all. And it was a total team effort, and I'm proud of everyone on the field, honestly.
What was the strongest thing? I mean, I saw you guys getting assists and goals left and right. How did you guys come together? Because there were several times it was a 1-goal difference. How did you guys spark it and get back up to a 3-goal lead?
I think we just stayed with the game plan. We had a game plan going in. We knew if we got possessions and we kept riding like we were, then they were gonna lead the goals. And so we stayed patient, stayed within our offense, and it worked out for us in the end.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations. Go back and join the celebrations.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. We'll send it back up to you guys at the desk, and we'll be back with some more CSU interviews and maybe a possible another CU interview.
Well, it looks like Catherine getting a little bit of love there from Riley Seidel. Again, Riley Seidel, who really got things going for the Buffs this afternoon, and he's a special player.
Oh, absolutely. Riley Seidel, you could talk until the cows come home about what he means to this Colorado lacrosse team. I mean, he is incredible, athletic. The plays that he made from his knees, from his back, it was
on his feet,
on
everywhere.
His feet. I mean, it was all over the place today in a good way. And CU is going to miss him a lot next year. They have a great set of players coming up, though. Players like Chris Bolin, Jack Cranston, I believe, might be coming back next year. And it's been good. It's been a good year for CU lacrosse. And Riley Seidel has just been the capstone of that team. And,
it's very interesting because at the beginning of the year, I had Jack Cranston leading the way, and teams started to key in on Cranston and realize that, well, he was the man. And then Seidel did a great job to step up. But, we really would be remiss if we didn't mention Mitch Fenton, the goaltender for Colorado tonight. What a great job.
Oh, yeah. He has been great. I couldn't – Mitch Fenton, coming into this game, I had my doubts about, to be completely honest. He had a couple inconsistent games against Westminster and Utah as well, but he was great.
All right.
He played fantastic.
I'm going to interrupt you because I think we've got Coach John Galvin from the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yes,
We're going to go there in a few seconds. Yes, Catherine Bogart is with John Galvin down in the end zone. Catherine?
I'm Catherine Bogart here once again on the sideline with head coach for Colorado, John Galvin. Now, Coach, what was the biggest takeaway from today's game? I mean, it's been 5 years since a victory against CSU. What really was the difference between you guys and them that led you to this victory?
I think it was our fellas, our guys' preparation this week. And I think they really focused in and they understood what had to be done. And, we treated this like just our regular process going through the week in practice. And it's really all goes back to them. They worked hard for it and they deserve it. So.
And, I mean, this was probably the biggest game in MCLA conference play for the whole season. What's your next biggest game? Is it the next game, or do you guys have someone you're eyeing out for the future?
Well, we start this game has actually some implications for who is going to be hosting a play-in game next weekend. And we have the #1 seed in the RMLC, so it'll be fun. We go out to Grand Junction to play in the RMLC conference tournament coming in the first weekend in May. So we'll see who it pans out, and we'll be ready to play against them. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Have a great celebration tonight. Back to you guys.
All right. Thanks, Catherine. It's been a lot of fun this afternoon. Your final score here in the Rocky Mountain Showdown at Mile High Stadium. Colorado 9, Colorado State 6. Again, thank you to Andrew Hobner.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, we'll just pat ourselves on the backs. That's great. With Andrew Hobner, I've been Joe Paris. Thanks again to everyone who made this broadcast happen. Your final score from the Rocky Mountain Showdown, Colorado 9, Colorado State 6. Oh, let's go.
John Denver.
John Denver.
I
think we're still on.
Oh,
yeah.
We have Fassinger.
Yeah. Rocky Mountain.
Okay, perfect. But seriously, I talked about you earlier in this game. He is literally. So you're the starting goalie.
I'm the second half.
Okay.